Never gets old. Never gets old.
No, it does not.
I had to go in there and clear out some space. I was like, kept going live, and I was like, what the hell's wrong? And I had to go out there, and I guess I had too much storage going. So, what's up, people? What's up?
Yeah, what's going on, guys? What's everybody smoking on?
Wednesday night.
Yeah, Wednesday night instead of Monday today.
Yeah, Wednesday night smoke session.
We'll try to get you guys through hump day.
We're smoking on some E's and B's. I don't even know. I got readers on and I can't even read it. But
I got rocket cake and the joint that I'm burning. We'll do some dabs here in a second too.
Yeah, I'm doing some dabs too. Speaking of dabs, smoke them if you got them, and we're doing old school dabs. Because oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, there we are. Because I can't afford a Puffco. I'm that broke. You know, if anybody wants a Puffco, just hit me up.
Yeah, sponsor Limpy, a Puffco. Someone send that boy one. Maybe we could get a Puffco sponsor.
Yeah. Speaking of sponsors, have you heard from Milwaukee anything?
No, man. And I screwed up and should have shot another video because we went out to load Jeff's car up because we had to take it down to Fuel Tech again down there to Garrett. And when I went to load it up, the batteries were dead. So I didn't have the chargers in my trailer, and Jeff's is about an hour from me. So our solution was we grabbed an 18-volt Milwaukee battery, stuck two wires in the positive and the negative, and then clamped them down on the battery and fired the car up and drove it in the trailer. I just don't know how many ways I can use this Milwaukee stuff before they give me my own TV show, like showing you Milwaukee hacks. Because while we're using an 18-volt to get into the trailer with the batteries, I'm also using what up, Sean? I'm also using one of their littler batteries, the skinny ones, and I just plug that into the light, into the two prongs, and then the headlights work. So like I was double Milwaukeeing.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah.
Did y'all go to the streets last weekend?
We were supposed to go to that Atlanta race, and I don't know. My life's so crazy right now with kids and stuff. And basketball.
Well, I know. I thought. Hell, it might have been the week before. We went out
the week before. We were supposed to go, and couldn't make it.
We went to the streets last weekend. We had I think there was like 14 or something that showed up, but weather just it turned shitty like right about an hour before the drivers meeting. Like it just got like real dewy and damp and everything, and David just fucking said, "Nah, fuck it." So, but it was a good time. It was nice to get out and chill.
Yeah,
Silver Dragon was out there.
Hell yeah! So that means you were getting right. What was so the car is going to be down there. For anyone that don't know, Fuel Tech and Garrett are in Georgia, so that's where we had to take the car. It should be done in like 3 weeks. So I think the game plan is on the way down to get it. We're going to go to Corley's race, the north-south one that you're flagging there in Florida. Mm-hmm. Megan Mitchell was claiming if I go, they'll go. So
it's a good time. That's a good time down there. And they do some extracurricular whatever that word is activities. The night before or the night after, I can't remember. But hold on, we got this guy coming in. We got a little intro video for him, just in case.
Perfect.
All right. Who are you racing? Jesse, don't do it. I bet you he's got more than 100 grand under the hood of that car.
Oh man,
Oh my God. What
Yeah,
the heck is that?
we might have $100,000 under the hood in Jeff's car. His car looks a lot nicer than mine. I was creeping on his page earlier this week and was like, damn, that car looks nice.
Who made the intro video?
me.
Limpy.
Yeah, it shows. I could.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. Who did your cornrows? I just want to know.
Yeah, I found out who it was. That's an old picture. Who sent it to you guys? I need to know
I
that.
don't know. I don't know. I don't
You
know.
got to get that off your tagged photos, dog.
I'm going to. That thing's old. Who sent it
I
to you
was
guys?
creeping through your face. So every week when we have someone on, and I probably shouldn't even say this because it gives them warning, but we go creep through their Facebook to find the most hilarious photo that they have. And I went through.
Look at mine. Look at me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look at mine too. But we went through all of yours, and I was like, man, dude, there really ain't any that are like that crazy. And then I was like, oh, check his tagged photos. Like maybe he has friends like me that torment him and put his face on all sorts of shit. So
Yeah,
I was like, bingo.
That was a good one. That Photoshop skill is pretty good because that looks legit. It looks like
That
my
one-
hair.
They did pretty good on that one. I'm not gonna lie.
They did.
And it
Yeah.
fits. Like that should be how you show up to the streets. I mean, that's
I'm
intimidating.
thinking about it now. That was a good look. I
I
might
ain't
do
gonna lie,
it.
man. I got a little scared. I was like, man, I didn't know I want this guy on the show.
I
No,
said,
you do.
You might get robbed.
You guys are fucked up.
No,
Oh,
hood people is my people, so we're good. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. So we usually started off with having you give us a rundown of how you got into this and giving everybody a little intro and how Joey became on the show on Wednesday night.
So yeah, this is my son Cooper. He's my oldest son. He's 14 years old. He's a big part of what we do. He always has been. He's probably been helping us out on the track, for probably 4 years now. Like he legit helps a lot, and so he's our oldest. I've got two other little boys. I've literally been in this stuff my whole life. My mom and dad raced. I remember, as far as I can remember, before I was born, probably they were doing it. So we were going to our local track. There's a track 40 miles away, Douglas, and they raced there. They were big time bracket racers. We just started doing that. We were always hanging out with them and watching all that, and that's really where it started. Just kind of stuck, and it was probably, so he was born in 2010, and we had bought a house in 2009. In 2010, he was born, so I got rid of any hot rod that I had, and there was a few years we built a business. My wife and I, we own a collision shop, a body shop, and we focused on building that up, and so I didn't have a race car for a few years, just focused on building a business, and we had a really good, I was working at another body shop. I dropped out of high school, don't even got a GED. I dropped out, went straight to work. Yep, yeah, those are the best dudes out there. I went straight to work, worked at a local body shop that has been around since the 50s, and they took care of me. I started sweeping floors for next to nothing and just kept busting my ass, moving up, and turned into a body man, went on commission pay and started making money. And I'd go into work early every day. I'd work through lunches, bust my ass. I'd stay late, make sure work got done. And then we built a shop behind our house where we were living. And I'd get home and I kept working on cars at home, and I was doing a bunch of stuff out of that garage, and just constantly busting my ass and wanting more. And we got a really good family friend here in town, John Huff. He was watching what I was doing. I did some stuff for him, little paintwork and stuff, and he's a really good family friend. And he was watching what I was doing apparently in the shadows, and he ended up buying out another body shop here in town and came to us with if we wanted to buy it from him type of deal. And that's what we've been doing ever since 2015, I believe. And we got that established and going good enough to where I could afford a race car. And it was 2016 maybe, I got a F-body Camaro from one of my buddies here in town, and we had a Pro Charger and an LS in it, and it wasn't very much, but it was like 650s or something. It was slow for what things are now, and I ended up putting a different turbo, one of those Crate 376s in it with a big ass precision turbo. I had no clue what I was doing. The thing took a week to build boost, and we it did decent though. We went out on the streets and we did pretty good, and that's where it all started, and pretty much what led to where we are now.
Nice. So pretty much you told the story of work your fucking ass off if you want to race cars.
Literally, I grew up a little shithead, but so I mean, it's
We all were.
yeah, it's probably pretty wild for some people to see what I've done, but I mean, I just always wanted more, wanted to go faster. I'm really good friends with Jason Ayers. I'm sure a bunch of people know Jason. He's from here, where I'm from, here in Casper, Wyoming. He showed up one time. He had like a 68 or 69 Chevelle, just a super nice car, and he came here with that thing and just hauled ass, and it was nice. And that was when I was like, you know what, I'm really gonna bust my ass, and I want something like that. And he was a big problem why I'm where I'm at too. But I just always want more. I mean, you literally got to bust ass. I haven't been handed nothing. Me and my wife, we've busted our ass to get where we were, and I'm almost 40 years old, and I feel like I'm 60. I was getting down on the ground, working around all them fumes. That I feel it now, and I'm not even 40 yet. So, but our kids get the stuff they want, and
well, they're also getting a good example of how to be a decent human.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's what I really push for, is giving them something to look forward to and something to do, and they all love it and like being a part of it, and they really like when they see us win. Man, my little 7-year-old, when I lose, that little shit lets me know that I lost. He's pissed. He's more mad than I am when I lose.
My little girl that's 5's like that. My boy that's 12, so real close to the age of your boy. He helps with everything too, goes to the track every time he can. Cool. Something cool we did for him though is I shoot photos, is like one of my gigs, or one of the things I do. I shoot weddings and senior photos and family photos and stuff like that. So I got him into shooting at the track.
Oh, cool! Yeah,
absolutely loves it. He goes around to all the pits and gets pictures, and then when he posts them, all the racers, tell them, "Oh, that's awesome."
Yeah, that's way cool. Heck yeah!
So get the kid a camera and let him start going.
We got them junior dragsters too, so they got a lot going on.
They're having a lot of fun.
Yeah, that camera thing, that's way cool. That'll give him something to do in the future too. That's way cool.
Yeah, and it got him to where he kind of became friends with all the drivers, which made me feel better when he kind of wanders around sometimes. Because then almost everyone at the track knows him. So, if some adults messing with him or something, because we've had that happen once, all the racers step right in real quick and they're like, hey.
That's a way good feeling.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Super cool.
So give us kind of a rundown of what's going on in Wyoming, because I'm sure a lot of people are wondering what happens in Wyoming.
It's a little bit more than horse and buggies, and
I feel like you guys don't get enough attention.
Yeah, there's really just not a whole lot that does go on. There is a lot of badass people around here that got some fast cars and bust their ass. It's kind of right now, it's kind of like combined with like Colorado racers. Everybody, Wyoming and Colorado racers, they all get along, and everyone kind of races together and supports each other and whatnot. And so we're kind of like tied in with Colorado, what they do. And Donnie Andrade down at Pueblo Motorsports Park down in Pueblo, he runs the track down there, and he puts on a backside events. I think this will be like the 4th year maybe. And they're called Steel City No Preps. If anyone looks those up there, it's a super good time. It starts right on the finish line, and plenty of shutdown, sand trap still at the end. It's super safe deal, and it's a good time. But yeah, that stuff's all combined. We saw 2 last year. When did Baylor start that?
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah, one of our friends, he started a street race deal here in Casper. We're in Casper. It's like a little subdivision town called Bar None. The town council, the mayor, everybody out there was really supportive of it, and they allowed him to start doing these races. And
Cool.
he got it's a legal street race deal. It's a concrete surface, but it's tricky. I don't know why it's so like it is. It's not very fast. You'd think it's concrete, you're gonna go haul ass, and it's not. It never really has gotten good. Kelly Nate came up to it last year. He had a big one for 10 grand. Baylor did, and Kelly Nate came up here, and I drew him like I think semis or something, and it's a lane race. It turns into a lane race, and I got the bad lane, and it was a super close race with him though. It was good, and of course he went on and won the $10,000, and so it was cool. There a lot of people show up. It's Win City No Prep on Facebook. You can follow it, and so my sister ended up taking it over, and she's the one running it now. She's got some dates out there and stuff. It'll be happening again this year. So there's that. And then there's a little town a couple hours away called Gillette. They're talking about putting on some street races just like that there. And from what I've heard, it's an asphalt road maybe. It
So
sounds
kind of like a Hartshorn deal,
like yeah, yep.
like on
Yeah,
a real street,
pretty
but
much. Yep, it's a real
you know,
street
with
gets
an
shut
ambulance
down.
there and stuff.
Yeah, we don't have an ambulance there. We do got fire trucks and EMT type stuff, but it's a legal street race deal that they shut down a full blown road and do it on. Yeah, it's super cool. The town's super supportive. One side of the street, my friend has a bunch of businesses, whatnot. He owned the property on the one side, so he leases it to us, and spectators can sit up there, and it's super cool. So that's about all that goes on in Wyoming. There's not a whole lot. There are some fast cars and some dudes doing big stuff around here, though, that they deserve a lot of credit. It's not there's it's pretty crazy for being somewhere you don't think about racing like that that there are some people like that around here. It's pretty cool.
So Joey drops the video of the next 5. Obviously, congratulations, you were on that, which I feel is like a huge honor.
Yeah,
pretty
that's
damn
super
awesome.
cool. Yeah, super.
How many friend requests did you wake up to?
Man, not a whole lot. I don't know. I got a ton, man. My Facebook, I still do have to accept friend requests. I've got so many on there that I just stopped going through them and accept them. I don't know what the hell to do with that. I wish
I just figured so many people were like running to find out who Joey was.
Yeah, and then I'm friends with Joey. Joey's been a huge part of what we've done. I got hooked up with Joey 2 summers ago, I think it was, and he's a huge part of what we do. And so people knowing that he helps me and stuff, I was getting tons of messages before, honestly, people being like, are you in on this? And just everyone trying to be nosy and try to figure it out beforehand. But yeah, I had a ton of people I had more people blowing me up before asking if I was going to be a part of it. And
yeah, he helps us too on Jeff's car, and obviously we translate it to my car too because they're roughly the same minus the engines. But yeah, he's a huge help. Huh?
Is yours a Ford engine?
No, I have a LS in the one behind me, and then we have a 540 twin in the 79 Mustang.
Yeah, you guys are ballers.
No, the other one's my buddy Jeff's. This one I've worked like you and broke my back to own one.
Yeah.
With an LS, not a 540 billet with twin 94s. And luckily my buddy owns the other car and I just drive it.
Oh, so, cool. That's what I need.
Yeah, and we've kind of set it up to where this one back sides and the other one front sides, obviously, because you can make, ungodly horsepower.
Right. Yep. Heck yeah.
So
which one do you like better? Do you like the backside or that super fast front side stuff?
I have no care where I'm racing as long as I'm racing. If I'm with a good group of people and we're having fun, then I'm in. I don't care if we're going 6.0s on gravel or if we're going 440s, 430s at some of these places now.
Same.
The front side's got crazy. Like
I know. Yeah. I just bought this new green box body I got that's got a Ford powered motor.
Okay. So that's 2 different cars.
Yeah, I've got an orange.
Okay, that's so cool because I thought maybe you wrapped it and then rewrapped it, at some point.
Oh yeah, no. Yep, it's 2 different cars, and Yeah, this new one's crazy. It made a ton of horsepower to the wheels. TKM did the machine work on the engine, and
Yeah, they're killer.
yeah, crazy. I
They're
even
so good.
yeah, I got the car. It only had, the guy said, 3 full passes on it, and I saw some stuff, and I got a hold of Kevin, and he was super helpful, and he went over it with me with some videos and stuff, and he was super helpful. Them guys are super good dudes.
Yeah,
I hope I never have an issue, but if I do, it's going straight back to them for sure. Kevin's a good dude. But yeah, they're 2 separate cars, and I bought the car just one last attempt to try to keep up with the times, and man, it's crazy. It's
gotten out of this world.
fast. Yeah, it really has. I can't afford to go any faster, so this car is definitely my last attempt at keeping up. It's crazy how fast dudes are going. It's wild.
Yeah, and I mean, like some of those surfaces, I wouldn't even say are no prep. So
right, yeah, one set of cars go down it, and it's as good as it is with prep.
Well, I mean, a couple of those places we've switched, because we have 2 sets of rims especially with Jeff's car, and we've thrown pro brackets on and made like literally with the same tune and just went faster by switching tires.
Right. Yep.
And it took it on the surface all the way. You know what I mean? On some radio.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Yeah, that's wild.
It's getting kind of crazy, but
yeah, it's almost like a surface definitely has to be stripped or something. I don't know, but front side, anything on the front.
I like that too. Like, honestly, I guess when you ask me which one I like, I like racing no matter what. Like, if there wasn't one, I'd still do the other.
Yep.
But I don't know. Probably, honest to me, the best thing's street.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, and I'm sure you're like this too. Once you've done this for 3 or 4 years and you've ran Joey and Ryan and you've lied, all that pressure comes off.
Right.
So, like, when you're at a track, and we pull in, I'm just like, this is like business as usual. I'm flipping my switches. I'm turning on bottles. I'm looking around. All right, we're good. I'm looking at Limpy, giving a thumbs up, and then I'm ready to go.
Yep.
I don't know what it is, man. I don't care where we are on the street. I'm like nerved up.
Yep.
Like, am I going to get piled into from a car in the back because they don't know what the smoke is? Like, are the cops showing up? Man, that curb is sketchy and that bump down there.
Yep, if your car's even gonna get down, that shit's.
And you know what? No matter where you go in this world, or in the United States, the streets is always. No matter where you go, it's the same people, same vibe,
same feeling, same.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I've been the streets all over the United States, and it's the same. Same.
Yep, absolutely, and it's definitely the cooler feeling. The front side stuff's cool to haul ass, but. You just go, you make a pass, you go back to your pit, you turn the shit up, and you try to go faster. I think it's way more fun than no prep stuff, trying to figure out how to get down fast, like just wondering if it's going to go down the next pass, trying to turn it up.
Yeah, tuning-wise, definitely like the slower stuff's more fun for me, but...
Right, same.
Yeah, it's hard. I do like going fast, though. Like, I do like going really fast.
He loves a big block.
Yeah,
he loves a BBC.
I really do. Like, when we switched to that, it was such a, I don't know. His car is so smooth.
Yeah.
Like, I would figure it would just torque everything and just be shit, and it's not. It's like so soft and and I think it's just because where we've gotten in this sport, even at backside stuff, this thing's so wound up that it's touchy. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be pretty on. It's double frame rail. It's really rigid chassis, so you're constantly, adjusting suspension as you're going rounds.
Yeah.
I used to I almost think it was easier backside wise when I had way less cage.
Yeah.
When I had a 12-point cage and the chassis would flex and it would hold all of it, and you can get like completely sideways and bring it back because it's not trying to lift the wheels, it's just flexing the whole chassis.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know, but
yeah, that shit's way more fun to me for sure.
I think so too.
I don't do a whole lot of the tuning. I try to pay Joey every weekend that we do go. It just takes a huge load off of me. I can do it for sure. And honestly, the fastest times I've gone have been without Joey helping me, because another big part of having Joey help me is he's smart about it. He's there trying to win the race. I'm there trying to go fast. Yeah, exactly.
He preaches it.
You're there trying to prove a point.
Yeah, I'm there trying to haul ass every fast and being stupid. So Joey plays a huge role in that, and he's smart about it. there's sometimes he won't even change my car around, and I'll be pissed thinking we got to go faster. I'm always lying to him. This motherfucker's hauling ass. We gotta go way faster than this, and he'll leave the shit alone, and we'll go win the next round. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just shut up. I don't even question him anymore.
Yeah, so Garrett does a lot of tuning on Jeff's car too.
Yeah.
And like shows up to like a few of the events like War in the Woods and Gangster's Paradise and stuff. And you're right, it takes a huge load off. Like,
yeah, you can just focus on driving. Yeah. And that's what, like, Cooper, my dad, my wife, they all turn the car around. They get fans on it and fueled up and stuff. And being able to just drive the car is definitely helps a ton. It's super nice. Yeah, I like that.
The warden said the backside is where it's at.
Oh my God. Yeah,
That's what she said.
That's what she said. She said
literally.
And yes, I call all wives wardens because that's what they are.
Oh yeah, she'll beat the shit out of me. I better watch what I say.
Yeah.
Can we edit any of this?
That's what I'm saying. I'm on here
We'll
every week. Like every week I'm nervous. Like my wife was a 2-time national champion basketball player.
Yeah.
She'll crush my ass, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
I was just live. What the hell did I just say?
Mine's Mexican and she has a machete, so I don't know.
Oh God. Well, you made it this far. I think you're doing all right.
Yeah, 35 years invested in that.
So minus the all-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, obviously that you're going to. What are some of the other big races you plan on hitting up this year?
So that's the end of March. We're gonna be home for a week and a half, and we're gonna load up Wednesday and be at Small Tire Gangsters. We're gonna go down and hang out with Poland and them, and we're gonna try and get in on that Friday night deal for the 40 grand or whatever he's been saying. And
that's that huge one, right? Like $1,000 buy-in or something.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
I think we might try to do that too.
Yeah, that would be cool. Heck yeah. Yeah.
We're definitely going. I just don't know if we're jumping in that one or not.
Yeah, you should. Limpy should sponsor both of us our buy-ins for sure.
Yeah, he's so rich.
That'd be dope. But yeah,
and if I can't even afford to pay attention over here, what the hell y'all talking about?
Are you flagging that backside?
I don't know. No, nobody said that to me. Where is it? What is it?
Cletus's race. The
Oh yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'll be out there for that.
You think it's gonna be on the spots where he's testing right now?
I don't know. Is he testing out there?
Oh, Garrett will test on you guys like no tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah.
Just nothing you can do about it. Like
just JJ the boss shit going on.
Yeah, kinda. You just don't really care, and I don't blame him.
The last one was just past the scoreboards. I don't know where he's been testing at, but it was
no, don't break your back trying to run out here to stop it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just seen a YouTube where my kids watch him and showed me a YouTube of him testing out there.
Was he at the scoreboards or was he past the scoreboards?
He was at the scoreboards. You said?
Yeah, where we ran last time
was there a ton of black marks?
They were about 60 foot past scoreboards.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yeah, is where they ran last time.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I built a little butt hurt bar. My car's got an aluminum LS in it, so it doesn't need all that 10-foot long thing like Joey's got that'll chop your face off. You turn around too fast. I don't need none of that.
I kind of got one too. That's how we do it. Like, that parachute mount there is 100 pounds. It's just solid billet steel with a couple plates, but it's actually like made parachute mount. Like, but same deal. I don't have the big block in this car with twins up front, so it's not nearly as heavy as his.
Right. My car with no weight is well over 50% in the rear anyway, with no added weight at all. Like, it's crazy. I don't know what's going on there, but
yeah, I don't know how you're pulling that off.
Yeah, so it doesn't.
Mine is horrible.
Is it really?
Oh fuck yes! If I take that parachute mount, I run that parachute mount at War in the Woods.
Oh yeah.
Like when we're going real fast, like it has to be on there.
Holy shit!
If I take all the weight out of my car and just have the parachute mount, I'm at 50-50.
Damn.
If I take the 100-pound parachute mount off, I jump to like 54 on the front.
Holy shit!
Now my turbo's all the way stuck out there like a
Oh, it is like a radio car. Yeah.
Well, it was, and I just left it.
Yeah.
But we're possibly, God, I don't know what to do. So we might be switching it to a Coyote. I've got like a buddy that wants me to run. So Bipolar, who sponsors the car, wants me to give them my LS. They're going to waffle it off, and they want to put a Coyote in it because they're like a Ford Performance shop now. And they've got like a fill block, 5.2 headed, billet everything, like really nice one they want to put in. And if we do that, I'm going to switch. I'm going to give Precision back this 98 and switch to probably like 82s or something.
Yeah.
Mount them in the back, and I think I can fix most of my problems.
I've been told that Coyotes are lighter. Is that true?
Well, they're lighter than my Iron LS.
Yeah.
If I had an aluminum LS, that might change a lot too.
Yeah. But that alone, when I got almost the same motor that was in my car, and I went to just that aluminum block. Jesus, what's pulling up doing up past his bedtime?
I don't know.
But yeah, I put.
Shit, isn't it like 5 o'clock there or 6 o'clock?
Yeah, that's way past his bedtime.
7:30.
His parole officer don't know he's on Facebook right now. But yeah, we got just going to an aluminum block. It's the literal, all the internals are the same heads, everything. It took 200 pounds off the front of my car.
Oh God, yeah, that would change. That would easily put bias towards the rear without any weight in.
Yeah. Yep. What block is in your car right now?
Just an Iron Dart Pro.
Oh yeah, that's what was in mine too.
I'm just a broke dude, and I kept seeing horror stories on the aluminum one, so I was like, screw it, I'll just make sure it keeps going. And when we started this, shit was so much slower, and people didn't have it figured out, and I was doing front and backside with both cars, so like, I didn't want to change it for the front side stuff, and I did want to change it for the backside. So then it became this, I'll just fucking flood the back with weight.
Yep.
Which I don't like, but we have enough power at those places that it
Yeah, it doesn't really hurt it.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like a heavier car holds the track.
I agree.
Some of these bumpy ones we're on, like.
Absolutely, I agree. Have you seen a bunch of that shit going on about that race allowing no weight in your car?
Oh yeah, you can't have no interior or exterior weight.
No weight at all.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I can't remember what race it was or whatever, but
how are they even policing that?
I don't know. How could you? I know I got some high.
Well, I mean, like my shit, like my back bumper on this is like we bought like bill of steel and then laid it out.
Yeah, you better quit talking about it in case that rule starts. Is that
counted as weight?
Yeah, I don't know, but you better quit talking about it before they know where to look on your car.
And your
I just always get in where I fit in. If they don't want me there, I'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, that no weight rule seems kind of crazy to me.
I mean, I don't want to stop anyone from doing what they want to do. If that's how they want to run the race, I just let them. But there's so many good races nowadays that it's not as crucial, I feel like, to set up for something. Plus, whenever you go to the streets, like we talk about once again, it doesn't seem like there's really any rules other than your tire size. So, like, I'd rather take advantage of everything I can.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Lippy, you remember that race in Utah with that dude with the 2 power adder thing?
Oh, yeah.
Them dudes, remember that? They snitched me out for my tires. And then some dude came up and whispered in my ear about...
nitrous or something?
Yeah, they had methanol injection, and it was a class. Yeah. And some dude came up and just whispered in my ear that those dudes had that on there. And so I told Cody about it, and Cody asked him, and he was like, well, you guys are fucking out of here too. Then the next day, somebody else, Cody bought when he felt bad because he told me I could. Cody told me I could run those tires, so he felt bad because I checked with him before. But yeah, and then the next day, some Mexicans couldn't even speak English. They had a translator. They snitched me out for the tires the next day too. But we stayed and we won it. Cody gave some of them people their money back.
I
you
always
gonna-
wonder too, because I have nitrous on this, like I get nervous about the
On
two
the two
power
power
out
out?
people, yeah.
Right. And you're just snitching yourself out tonight. They're watching you now.
Well, Poland and Nitrous Express are supposed to be making me that new wood grain bottle, so I'll just tell them it's a prop. I'll be like, that thing's made of wood, man. That ain't.
Yeah. I need some of that nitrous express stuff. Everybody's got it but me, but I'm nobody.
Dude, I fucking love it. Like, no joke. I don't even use it to spool. Now, if I came up by you guys up in the mountains or some shit, I
You'd
might
need
use
it.
But
Yeah.
I have mine set up old school. It's just on a button like my car was in '99.
Scramble button, that's all you use
Yep.
it to add more power to it. That's it.
Yep, and I don't
Oh,
even
really?
add fuel or nothing. I just dry shot it anywhere from 150 to 75.
Yeah. Poland, I need some of that.
And what it does is it makes it's a soft scramble before my other scramble.
Yeah.
So like as I'm going down, I can decide like, oh man, I really misguessed this. I'll grab both.
Oh,
Or
God.
I might grab one, or I might be like, ooh, I'm really close to losing the tire, but I need a little more. And then
Yeah.
you can grab the nitrous instead of 5 pounds or 10
Yeah.
pounds.
Yeah. Joey tuning my shit. He just told me that oh God. He wouldn't even let me have a scramble button for a while because he said he didn't like that inconsistent data. But I talked him into last year getting me one, and so now I've finally got one. I haven't used it yet, but I got it now.
And I can see what he's saying because
You
like I had to retrain myself because like I would just grab it every time no matter what.
Yeah.
Like if I was racing a nitrous
Right.
car and he out 60'd me, I'm grabbing it.
Yeah.
Even
Yep.
though we were going to drive back around him
Yeah.
and then it would screw you over.
Right. It
So I really-
definitely can for sure. I get what he's saying for sure too, but yeah, I get what he's doing, but I need it now. Everybody's getting fast.
Yeah, just sometimes like first round I miss gas and really need those.
Right. Yeah.
You can also play games with it too. I've also been like, man, we're real close. I don't know. I'm just going to leave the tune and use the scramble if it is better.
Yep. And then if it takes it, add it into the tune up for next round. Yeah.
Because I'm super, I don't know. I run my traction control goofy. Like, I don't usually run my traction control past like 200 feet.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I just wanted to set the tire, and I feel pretty good with my pedal and myself for the rest of the way down or my scramble options.
Yeah.
Because
You have Holly? You use Holly?
no, I use Fuel Tech.
Oh.
They sponsor the car.
Oh. Cool.
Both cars actually.
Both of
Yeah.
them.
Both of them.
Both of
No,
Both
I
of
really like Fuel Tech. Holly's good
Yeah.
too, though. Either one will do pretty much whatever you need. I like in Holly how you can like make your own shit and name it because we're some dudes that do some weird ass shit.
Oh, yeah.
But so far, I've figured out ways to do it with the Fuel Tech. You just use
Oh,
like
cool.
the nitrous to run the dump valves, or
Yeah.
there's find ways to make it work.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, for sure. You use dump valves going down the track at all?
I used to all the time. Now, very rarely.
Yeah.
So what I'm more nervous about is it seems like as we've went on with this, the turnaround time's getting shorter and shorter.
Oh, yeah. Rush. Yeah.
Like, some of these places I got 20 minutes. So like we're
Yeah.
instantly cooling the track. If I run my dump valves down the track, the trans gains 20 degrees.
Oh, really? I didn't
Oh,
know that.
yes.
I thought about that.
Yep. And
Yeah.
then it's that much harder to cool it back down. We do
Yeah.
have a trans cooler now. So
Yeah.
this year that'll be a different story. But a lot of it is, I don't know. So like if we're on really, really, really shitty surfaces, sometimes I'll just let them eat and I'll tune it through those the whole
Yeah.
time we're there. Just because it loosens the converter up a little bit.
Yeah.
And once again, I don't run them in Jeff's car. In this car, they're there. I just don't run them. But in my car, I run them sometimes because once again, when we built this, the converter that's in it's kind of in between. Do you know what I mean? Because I was sometimes running front side, sometimes running back side. So
Right.
We do run them if the surface is really bad. It just loosens the converter up a tick or two and send it down. But I don't use anything to spool. No nitrous, no nothing. What we do, everyone tells me we're crazy, but it works. So
yeah.
Tell him what you do. Tell him what you do.
Keep talking. We
run
notes.
52 degrees of timing until about 1 pound of boost, and then into the chip. And then once it hits the chip, I rip it all out and slowly start going down.
Is it violent? Is it sounds?
Yep. But this motor will make we've made with this motor 700 passes before even refreshing it, and nothing is injured. Like John Capizzi looks at me like I'm Satan. Like, how dare you do that to that motor? It sounds like the crank's about to come out of it.
Yeah, I bet it does.
But it goes right to the chip. Like,
yeah.
Like, ask Limpy. I've never bumped. Like, I mean, I do on a tree.
Yeah.
Especially like, that front side stuff, you're trying to build 16 pounds to leave on sometimes.
Yeah.
So I do bump on a tree or a front side tree or whatever, but if Limpy's flagging, I don't even bump.
Yeah.
It takes all of maybe 2 seconds and I can make 10, 12 pounds.
Yeah. Damn. That's pretty wild. Huh. Have you heard anything from Cody Cook, Limpy, about if he's going to do anything this year?
No.
Is that the one you did last year, Limpy?
Yeah, it was up in
that looked like a fun event too.
Yeah, I almost drove off the side of a mountain and I didn't even, and then I almost ran over, hit a, what is it, a moose or what's?
Yeah, there's moose on the way in. Yeah, you probably was moose.
I was on the way out and some guy flashed me and I'm like, what the hell? I ain't got my brights on, and I come top of the hill and I was like, holy crap. That thing was bigger than the car.
Yeah. How high were you? It might have been a unicorn. You don't even know.
No. I was driving, so I was sober. But yeah, I was like, maybe it's an elk. I don't know.
There's moose. Yeah, we passed moose coming in from where we came in. That track is cool. That shit's sketchy though.
Yeah, it looked really cool.
It really was. It was super cool. That guardrail there, I definitely don't know. I think that sucker ain't going nowhere.
That's a fact right there.
Yeah, that's like 4-inch drill pipe all the way to the end.
Oh, fucking Jason from Arizona. He was all like, that's when he was having, I don't know if he's still having spooling problems, but he was calling him 12-second Jason the whole time he was there.
He's got a lot of problems. Jason, he's got a lot of problems. Yeah, that surface is wild. It's tricky. You think that concrete, it's gonna haul ass, but
it looks like it is, and then it misleads you.
Yeah, it was wild. The shutdown seemed kind of short too. That one time my chute wouldn't come out. I pulled it, and they hung up on the cable, and the chute didn't come out, and I had to drift the corner. I wasn't gonna go in the sand, so I drifted around the corner. That shit was pretty scary. I was waiting for that slick to roll over and me go upside down. But yeah, I hope he does that. That race is way fun.
Yeah.
So is the next one the Florida race or?
Yeah, we got to start testing. We changed a bunch of stuff on my car. I cut like 40 pounds out of the car, and then we got that bar deal, and we changed some other stuff. But we need to start testing first. But it's been cold as shit. It was nice today. I got to start testing, and we're also
you guys
always
you don't have a ton of snow there?
We just did, but it's just gone away like yesterday and today. But and it's supposed to be nice next couple of days. We might go try to do something, but yeah, that'll be the next race. I'm a little worried too about going down to that to Florida. I don't race at sea level a whole lot, so that shit's got me a little bit nervous.
I'm about to say, you got to go down the little further down to test somewhere to get things ironed out, right?
That's what sucks about living in Wyoming too, is there's a lot of nosy people driving around. So if you pull over to do something, and someone drives by, the cops are probably showing up. Like we did last year, I unloaded my car. There's a road pretty close to where we live now where people race, and I unloaded my car. I had 3 people with me. My sister was filming. I had my buddy and my dad. And it's a pretty wide open area. There's like a hill with a road that comes down. You can see everybody. But while we were unloading, a Metro Animal truck stopped, and apparently there's some snitching sons of bitches because
Oh,
I did a burnout. These three motherfuckers that were with me were watching, and I burned out right in front of a cop. There was a cop driving up behind me while I did a burnout. And so I pulled over behind the trailer, and luckily he was pretty cool. And we've been stopped before, and the cop will say, I'm going home. You can do what you got to do, but get out of here. This cop said, no, load your shit up and get out of here. But yeah, it's tough around here to do anything like that because it's still a small town. People are nosy and they like snitching. So yeah, we got to drive minimum probably 4 or 5 hours to do anything. So
yeah.
That also sucks about living here is it's tough to go drive somewhere to find out something don't work and have to change it. And then you got another $500 in fuel and all that shit just to go do it again. So it definitely makes it tough living here in Wyoming for that stuff, but we make it work.
What are you above? How are you in the mountains or?
It's not. Yeah, kind of. We're really close to the Rocky Mountains. We're like 5,200 feet where we live.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's crazy. We don't race in anything better than like 5,000, 4,000 feet DA. It's pretty crazy. We went to that Mega Cash Days in California, and we actually made a couple of, when we went there though, I hadn't met up with Joey or nothing yet, and I didn't have any sensors on the car. We were there, we didn't know what we were doing, and like they let us test for like 2 or 3 days before the racing even started, and we made like 2 super fast passes for what everybody else was doing and stuff, like went super fast, but we didn't have enough shit to keep duplicating it, so it was stupid. It sucked. And that was one of the first times I was around you, and you probably don't remember it, but kids aren't supposed to be on the filming, and you and Happy were up front, and Cooper, I was trying to creep him up to the front, and you actually ended up grabbing him and putting him right up in front to watch it, and that shit was pretty cool. But yeah, man,
awesome.
that was super cool, yeah. And he watched a few races standing in front of you, and I was actually right before that Jim Howe boosted thing.
Oh yeah.
Right where they don't let kids in there. Everyone was scrambling. I didn't know where he was, and he was with my dad.
Yeah, see, I get, like I said, with Noah, there's like a few street spots I'll let him go. Like the cornfield in Ohio, we're in the middle of nowhere. It always gets off. The cops are way cool. And like maybe Snow Road or whatever. But other than that, some of those scenarios get extremely sketchy, and I always am like, I'm sorry, bud, but you got to stay home for this one. I don't want CPS showing up to my house next week like, yo, are you dragging your kid to like illegal gambling street races where a bunch of drugs are being done? I got video right here on Facebook. Like,
yeah, for sure. That's what my wife's nervous about, these guys being down at Yellow Belly, because I've got a nephew too that's his age, and we always give them some money, or they got some money, and they're always on the starting line betting. And actually at that Utah race, one dude didn't pay my nephew. He was 14, and he came up to me, beat red in the face, looked like he was gonna cry. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I won, and the dude didn't pay me. And I was like, well, go back and tell him to pay you. And he came back, and he was like, I made him walk to his car. And I'm like, I don't know if these guys should be around people at Yellow Belly doing that shit. Like, I don't know.
I've always heard if you stay to the left at Yellow Belly, you're all good.
But yeah, we definitely want to go experience it. They'll have fun too.
I'm usually on the right, and I'm usually sitting down, and I'm usually it's party time.
Yeah.
What about
they didn't need me that last?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to go to War in the Woods. It looks like a good time.
That'd be a drive. That'd be a drive for you, wouldn't it?
It's a long ways. Like even going to.
It's worse.
Yeah, where's it at again?
Brown County, Indiana. What is that?
Yeah.
Morgantown?
Yeah, something like that.
And this Florida race, it's 30 hours one way for us to get to. Like that shit's gonna suck.
Yeah,
we're gonna take our motorhome so we can. She does. She's a baby. She does not like anything illegal. She gets scared.
No, my wife.
Lady's the same way.
My wife's the same way, man. She stays home unless we're like at the local couple tracks, and she goes to War in the Woods with us because like a whole group of people go and a bunch of the other wives and stuff. But
Yep. What about if you guys ever you go to KD at all?
yeah, no, we'll be at Cash Days at the Hill this year.
Yeah, we do two.
Probably
We're
with
gonna do
both
an event there every year, and then we're gonna do two events there this year.
Right, that's right. That's what I saw. What
It's
about your
crazy.
base at that new place down there in Texas, the track you guys cleaned up or whatever?
Yeah, it's
That's
March 7th and 8th. Yeah,
I was looking at that today. That's like a 14-hour drive for us. I've been, I don't know. I got to talk to the warden. She cracks down on that. I'd go race every weekend, and Cooper and my nephew, they'd go with, but it's scary to think about being that far away and something happening to me, and I just got 2 kids with me, so we think about that kind of stuff, but I'd go race every weekend. Shit, the driving and shit sucks. It gets old. I get it, but we got to do it. We don't live in the right area to be racing every weekend like that, but we'll figure it out.
We do all right up here. Like you can probably at least 2 weekends of every month. There's like somewhere you could go street race if you can get over there. It works out.
See, that shit would be cool. Like, I would love to be doing that. I feel like that would be. I honestly know that for a fact it would help us be a lot faster and better at what we're doing if we could go race a lot more. But it gets old. I get pumped up the beginning every year. I'm gonna go race every weekend, but we do a couple of long drives, and I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to drive nowhere this weekend.
Well, plus working kids. Like I do the same thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then 3 of the 4 kids are playing sports all at the same time, and I'm like, well, maybe we're not doing as much as I thought.
Exactly. It always happens, dude. It definitely. There's a lot going on.
And then, like you said, you're junior dragster in some weekends, and
yeah. I wish there was a lot more of the Outlaw stuff with those. The only thing, we went and we got their license passes. We actually didn't even send their shit in, but all the rules and shit that go along with juniors, we take all the weight out of them and let them haul ass. And I think they've been like 100 miles an hour. Like, it's sketchy, but it's cool. But
I love it.
Yeah, I would love if people were doing a lot more of that stuff, but
you give me some ideas now. Maybe Outlaw.
Yeah, you do it.
Race.
I thought about trying it on a Dega this year, doing like a class where you could be like 13 to 16.
Yeah.
And run. You can only go this fast or whatever, and you got to have all your safety shit.
Yep.
And let them start running like a real car, But like it just can't be ridiculous.
Yeah, it's scary. The other one that races, how old's Cannon? He's almost 10, and he plays a lot of video games and shit. So I thought he was gonna get hauling ass and try to go fucking NASCAR and start yanking the wheel and stuff. So I was nervous as shit. Like I thought I was gonna be shitting blood and puking blood and shit. His first pass, I was nervous as hell. Now I know how my family feels when I'm racing. I was nervous. I felt it, but he did way good. Like, he got off the track perfect. Like, their kids are not, they're smart. They know what's right. Like, it was nerve wracking for me though. I thought I was going to shit all over myself watching that. It was just thinking of him, thinking he's in a video game and start sawing on the wheel or something wild like that. I don't know. It's scary. That shit could definitely hurt you.
Oh yeah. That's for
sure. They do super good. That Outlaw stuff would be fun. Just a heads up, junior dragster.
Run with your bro.
Yeah, run with your bro, or
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe a certain age group, but then people are going to show up with fucking fake IDs or something.
No, what they're going to do is have like ceramic bearings all the way. Like they're going to go crazy and trying to get every single ounce out of these things. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, and making their kid do it. The kid's like, I'm scared shitless. And their dad's like, get in that motherfucker. You're going.
We're putting a blower and mattress on this thing.
Yep. That's what I'd be doing. I'm going to send him out there to look like a punk. No, that stuff would be cool. I wish there was a lot more of that going on. All the tracks around us, dude, you got to have the license and can't go a certain mile an hour. I heard you can't even go over like 70 miles an hour or something, or NHRA will take the kid's license or some shit like that. I don't know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, those guys don't always play fair.
Yeah, you can do it like twice or something, but the second warning they can pull your license. Like, I don't know. Sounds like a lot of rules to me. I don't want to be doing that shit.
No, me and Lippy don't like rules.
Good.
I like basic rules and
Yeah.
Tires, no wheelie bars.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yep.
Like, I don't really care about the rest.
I think people are going to show up to this Cleus race with wheelie bars on.
Oh, I don't know. They probably won't need it. I'm telling you, it ain't that fast.
It's not that fast?
Now that you say that.
It will be. It will get fast.
Yeah.
But it won't be fast at the beginning.
Yeah.
Just like
anything, how fast?
You know?
How fast do you think first round?
It was slow. I'm pretty sure that someone leaked what they ran at the last one. I don't think anyone ran faster than a 50.
I think it was a 50, wasn't it? I think in the finals or something like that.
I heard a 50 won it.
That Cletus video, he made like 4 or 5 passes or something, and I think his fastest was like a 50. I'm pretty sure. I think it was like a 50 or a 60.
There you go. And was he pretty stoked on that pass? Yep. See, I think a 50 won it, so now he thinks
he's in the ballpark.
He's in the ballpark, so I believe the rear-wheel drive cars can go faster than that.
I hope so. I know I ain't driving 30. If I drive 30 hours and I lose first round, I'm going to go drive into the ocean.
Oh, man. See, we don't ever care. That's probably my fault. We instantly are like, oh, well, let's party and help everyone here we can.
Yeah.
What do they need? They need a Milwaukee drill to run this fuel pump or what? We got zip ties.
That's the last 2 years we done super good. Like we went out and we won almost everywhere we went. We won something. We did super good, but this year we were super busy with work. We bought a house. We were focused on all that. We went out this year and we sucked. And I got to feel what that was like to lose early on and hang out. And it wasn't bad, honestly. It was pretty cool to hang out with everybody. Like always slamming all night long. That shit gets kind of wild, but it was cool to go out.
You don't know, Aiden. You don't know.
Yeah, Aiden don't know shit.
Oh, you know how to just speed. You just know how to beat shit. Stack dimes. That's all you know how to do.
Cooper said that 50 is Hayden's fastest pass ever.
That's why he said definitely faster than a 50. It probably looks faster when you're looking at it.
Yeah, everybody.
I remember that too. Remember Crossville, Limpy? Like we went to Crossville and it was like 20 degrees. And I remember like me and Cody Hoffman made our first round passes and we were like watching the end of first round talking. And I remember him being like, dude, I went like a 620, dude. I'm feeling pretty good. And I was like, okay, I was like a 28. So like I'm feeling pretty good too. That's how slow this surface was. And then like the next pass goes down and the fans sitting next to us were like, that had to be a high 4. That was flying. And we both just looked at each other like, bro, those are the slowest passes we've made in God knows how long.
Right.
Like it was so bad. There were so many cracks and it was dusty and it was 20 degrees out. And oh my God, that surface.
That dust and shit is crazy what it'll do to a surface. Yeah, I'll leave the car. We lose first round. I'll leave the car there. That sounds like a better option. I probably want to go drown in the ocean. I'll just leave the car there and go home. I did that last year. We struggled the first race we went to in Colorado on Pueblo. We struggled all day long, smoking the tires, could not figure out what was going on. We were swapping tires. Like it was stupid. And the last pass, we ended up making it to the final. There was quite a few cars too. We went to the final. And I got to the end first and I pulled over and we struggled all day. It was probably 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And I pulled over and I made the dude radio to the front and ask if I jumped, because if I had jumped, I was leaving my shit there and I would have walked home. That was a long, stressful ass day. I was so pissed. And that dude said, no, it was clean. You won. And I kept my shit and we loaded up and went home. But yeah, honestly, I'd rather lose first round anyway than go race all day long and then lose in the finals. That shit sucks too.
Losing sucks no matter what.
It does, especially when you're the very first time my orange car, it used to be green. The very first time I drove it, I got in on that Farm Truck and Asian show and out of No Prep Kings, and that Locals 8, and I won that Locals 8. I actually whooped Hayden's ass in the final of that Locals 8, and then I raced Ryan Martin in the final. Did that flyby thing where they put him at 60 feet and he couldn't leave until he saw me, and it was dark and my car was dark colored, so he left pretty late, but. It was a dumb race, but I got $10,000, so I don't give a shit how dumb that race was. But.
I was gonna say, like I said, to me, I don't have any back and forth on any of that. If I'm racing, the atmosphere's fun, and I'm racing, I'm having fun. I don't care if I'm lawnmower racing, radio racing, golf cart racing in the pits.
Yeah.
Is that sounding weird to you guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it that microphone?
I don't know.
I might have to bail on the headphones, Limpy. I won't be cool anymore.
Have to be at the. Let's see.
You still hear me?
You're not sore losers.
No, she'll beat the shit out of me if we lose. She gets to yelling. You can ask Chuck.
Uh-oh. Is it me? Is my internet slow?
Maybe it's the internet. Am I good now?
Yeah, I mean, I hear you, but I think are they froze up, or is it my internet? Because I mean, it's raining like a mofo here.
I don't know if this works. I don't gotta wear them.
Are we live? Are they?
Like you said, my head feels a lot better now.
Yeah. I don't know. That froze up.
But then it's harder to hear. Yeah, I might as well shut that one too. Are you gonna need me to fill water in a minute? Okay. Tomorrow or 2 days. All right.
Yes, it has stopped.
Yeah, I could keep hearing
Joey
it. I was like, man, I wonder if these dudes can even understand a word I'm saying. Oh, he froze up too.
That's why I said he was froze, and I didn't know if it was him.
Damn, we didn't get to ask him the questions.
I know. Well, maybe he'll jump back on. I got a new question. I'm going to have a new question every week.
I got a new one too.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, we're going to ditch the old one for a while and go with new ones.
All right.
Well, let's just jump on with the girls.
What up,
How we doing?
We is.
What's the mug say?
Oh, live, love, meow.
Live, love,
my
meow.
daughter would like that.
Your daughter and I would be good friends, man.
My daughter would love that too. She just updated all her cover photos with pictures of our cat.
Aww.
I send her fat cat videos all the time because I got two fat grandcats and one's and then one little grandcat.
Cats are little fucking thugs, dude. Yeah, I got it.
You got dabs?
So
Do you got
dab?
Roll for me?
I got fucked up a little earlier. I had to calm the fuck down. I ain't gonna lie.
You were doing some dabs, were you?
No, I'm still doing dabs.
Well, that's good.
We're doing dabs on the vaporizer and the
shit.
dab straw over here.
Nothing like a dab straw with a torch, you know?
Yeah. Courtesy of E's and B's podcast.
Okay. So how are y'all doing, guys?
We is.
Cool.
Yes. How y'all?
I'm
sick?
good.
Weren't y'all sick?
No. Well, last week I wasn't here because my dad died suddenly.
Oh yeah. Condolences.
So that's been kind of fucked up.
Oh, wait, it was the week before that y'all were sick, or the 2 weeks before that.
Yeah, but we came back. We came back once. I don't know where Roger is, but Kate said she'd be on in a little bit. But we did really good at the city council meeting last night.
Oh yeah, what'd y'all have? Oh, look there.
We put it to the council there's Roger, to decriminalize entheogens and fungus, mushrooms, plant medicine.
Oh.
But city council meetings are fucking unhinged. Like the first 4 people that got up and spoke just yelled at the city council.
His phone died.
Yeah,
Well, he
they
got
were-
out of the questions, Courtney. He got out of it, so we're gonna hit him with the questions.
the council meeting last night was pretty interesting in that council getting beat up in the beginning. One guy was like, term
There
limits.
was
We got to
4
bring you
guys.
guys over. But it's always fun to go to council meetings because they can get pretty rowdy at times.
I wasn't prepared. They were just straight yelling at them. He was like, he didn't say fuck, but he implied it. They were mad.
I can't say I've ever been to one, I can't say I honestly he would even go to one.
One guy was like, where did $181,000 go? And he goes, I asked every single one of you and none of you knew. And he goes, that's a lot of money that none of you would know. I was like, oh shit. He was like pointing them all out.
Oh shit.
Yeah. No, they didn't ask him to leave. Like all the people that yelled, they let them yell.
Oh yeah. During the public comments, the council and the mayor and the attorney, the city attorney and the city manager, they just sit there and they don't say anything and just totally quiet, just like they're ignoring you. Actually, the city manager, he does ignore them. I've seen him. He just gets gets public comments, and the people are up there.
Yeah.
They only have 3 minutes to say their piece. That's pretty
But they can
pretty
say
effing
whatever
rude,
they want.
Yep.
Oh, he's back. Hold on a second.
You're
Here,
good.
I'll put y'all back down, and then we'll finish with the guy. His phone's out.
Okay.
What happened to Roger?
All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. All right. All right, hit him with the questions. So his phone.
Okay, so we used to ask this one question, and me and Limpy are both switching it up. So now we got a different question today. So my question to you is, who is on your no prep Mount Rushmore? You get 4 picks.
Oh man.
Front side, backside, living legend. Don't care. You can say John Forrest for all I care, but
Probably definitely Joey. That dude's a badass. Ryan Mitchell for sure. He's a badass too. God, I don't know. I don't keep up. I don't. Maybe Hayden Wilson. I beat up on him enough. I owe him that one. Give Hayden one. God, I don't know. Joey, Ryan.
you got 1 left.
God, man. I don't know. No prep racing? Yeah, Cali Nate for sure. Forgot about Nate. Come on.
There you go.
Yeah, he's above Hayden though. He's 3. Hayden's last. Fuck that shit. Yeah.
Good thing Hayden put that comment in before that.
Yeah.
Okay, Limpy, hit him with it.
Hold on, I don't forget it. Hold on.
He's got this wrote down in a diary.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's scary.
I know I hit a button and I have a bunch of random questions
Well, I mean, this is what they taught you in 1913 on the prairie.
1912. Come on now. Shit, where'd it go? Best advice somebody's giving you that you can share.
Ooh, I like that. I like that one.
Honestly, probably what we talked about already. Joey, with always telling me to be there and be consistent, try to win, quit trying to shoot for the stars every round. And honestly, that helps. See, that's always in the back of my mind when Joey's not helping me and I'm thinking about just trying to go out and set the world on fire. I definitely Joey teaching me stuff like that. Like that's probably one of the big things that's always in the back of my mind when we're out racing and he's not helping is, yeah, don't be trying to set the world on fire every round. Just be there to try to win. That's what we're there to do anyway.
Yep.
I like it.
All
Okay,
right.
so this is the hard part.
Yeah. This is
Who are we thanking? Sponsors, friends, crews. Go.
Definitely my wife for sure. She
He
puts up
passed.
with
He
all
passed.
this.
Passed first right off
Yeah,
the
was
bat.
that 2 in a row?
Yeah,
I knew he was
yeah,
going to. I knew
she's
he was going to.
man. I
I see
have
why
to.
Joey picked this dude. Like Joey was the same way. Remember?
You have to. They put up with all this shit. They gotta sit at home and listen to you bitch when you lose, and then they spend all your money when you win. So I mean, it's all right. But definitely her. Our business, 307 Collision Center here in Casper, Wyoming. That's obviously my kids. They're all putting up with it and growing with it. And my dad, my sister's always going to the races with us. Um, and we got our paint supplier, Wyoming Automotive Supply here in Casper. They've sponsored the paint, the materials and stuff to paint my car. We just don't have a ton of sponsors. We don't. I've always told myself if we can't afford to do it, we shouldn't be doing it. So, but we do got little bits of help here and there that definitely help out a lot. Wind City No Prep, of course. Joey Beater Bomb Tuning and Support. That dude's definitely taken us up to the next level, and his help it's crazy what that dude knows, and without even being there, what he can do. And um, Joey definitely helping us out. Jason Ayers with Ayers Performance, him and his wife Kendra, he'll answer the stupidest question and not even make me feel like an idiot about it when he answers it. And he'll do it at midnight or 2 in the morning if I
I
ask
can
him.
see it too. I can see it.
Yeah, Jason's a good dude. He's definitely been a huge help in our program since we started getting serious with it. And he's traveled out to some races with us. And so definitely Jason. And I don't know who else. And Donnie Andrade down at Pueblo. They've did like this race going to Florida. Donnie Andrade with Pueblo. He's offered up a possible renting the track to test a little bit and just give me somewhere where I can be for a couple hours and make some real passes. And we haven't got that far into it, but Donnie's always supportive of what we're doing. And um, and I don't. That's probably about it. If I can't do this shit on my own, I shouldn't be doing it. But this little bit of support we do get, we super appreciate. So,
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
yeah.
Well,
Well-
maybe we can get your name out there a little more and see if some people want a sticker on your car.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It definitely helps for sure. But
No,
I
it
also
definitely does.
I like being under the radar, though. I like being just relevant enough to get invited to all this shit because the
See, there's
experiences
like
are
pros
cool.
and cons to both. Like when
Right.
no one knew who we were,
Yeah,
it was cool because we snuck a lot of people.
yeah,
But you also get this benefit of like everyone thinking you're fast. Because like, remember the 1 year Limpy when you came out to Onondaga 3 times or whatever? That was probably my worst year ever, and we probably won more than any other year just because every time I lined up with someone. So we had an issue where I could 60 with a nitrous car, but I couldn't hold it out the back.
right.
But because we could do that, and because everyone thought we're like ridiculously fast, even though at
Yeah.
the time we were doing horrible,
Yeah,
they would always knock the tire off in like 10 feet and we would just run. And then I would just ease up at half track so it wouldn't lose
Yeah.
the tire.
yeah.
So there's kind of pros and cons to both ways. But
Right, yeah, that being consistent, that shit gets in people's head. Even if you're going slow, but you're going rounds and being consistent while they're blowing tires off and getting
100%.
stupid, and that shit gets in people's head like crazy. Like that's a fact. That shit really happens.
Mhm.
But thank you so much,
Heck
Joey,
yeah,
for
thank you,
coming
guys.
on.
Yep.
Best of luck at the all-wheel rear wheel.
Thank you very much.
And hopefully I'll get to race with you at a few of these
Yeah.
places this year.
Heck yeah. I hope so. This year will be the year if it happens. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see you there too, Limpy.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Y'all
thank
have
you
a
guys.
good one. Thanks
Yeah,
for
All
coming
right.
on.
Good luck this year.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. You too.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.
Is that you or is that me? Okay.
That was me like jumping you back and forth.
Hey, that was pretty cool. He is a smart man. First thing he wanted to thank was his wife. You know?
Yeah, that's our running deal is we always if we know people are married or whatever, we always ask, who you
Dude,
want to
so
thank.
many of them forget to do it. And we're at
Yeah.
like the end, like, you sure
They're
there ain't
usually
someone
like
else?
they're all their
You
sponsors,
sure?
blah 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 blah. They're running,
No
they're
one
like looking on
else?
the back of their car. They're all like blah blah blah. All right, my buddy Joe, blah blah blah. All right, and who else?
Yeah, I'm assuming that was his kid with him. I don't know if he thanked the kid.
Yeah. He's a family man.
Yeah,
No. Joey's a little under the radar because he's out in Wyoming, and for whatever reason, like Las Vegas, Wyoming, Washington, Oregon, like California, Arizona, they don't tend Colorado for whatever reason. They don't have anyone like putting out their media very much, or what, you don't really get to see what's going on out there. And I guarantee you, there's a ton of fast cars in all those states doing everything we're doing every weekend. Just you don't hear about them as much as the Midwest, the North, the East, and the South. Just because we're all piling up on each other at races and stuff. There's 400
in Wyoming, you need
there.
you need a fast car in Wyoming because, good God, there is nothing for like miles and miles and miles. I rode through there a couple of years ago on my motorcycle. I was so surprised to see a Tesla. It's like, where the fuck does he charge that thing?
He got a generator in the back that he fires up.
Maybe it's a hybrid.
Something. Either that or just had some solar panels on the top and sat in the.
I don't know.
But the Tesla hybrids, they don't get very, like, their gas tank's not very big. You have to get gas all the time.
Yeah.
But you get like 50 gallons to a mile. So, or wait, you know what I mean?
50 miles per gallon.
Flip
to a
that.
kilometer.
Yeah.
Dyslexic. Yeah.
Yeah. Just flip that around. I'm not high yet. So just flip it around. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Joey's super fast and super good dude, man. Like if you would have heard the beginning where he kind of gave us our story of how he got there, it was all about working his ass off and running 2 jobs and doing everything he can to get where he's at and then do what he loves to do, man. It was pretty awesome, especially with his kid right there. I have high confidence that his kid's going to grow up to be an amazing human being also. So it was definitely a good interview.
Whole family, when they raced, just the whole family's involved.
And he's super wife, he's very well spoken.
Yeah.
Like did a great interview.
Like he was getting a little bored there for a while, and all of a sudden he was like, you got a kick out of that. It's like,
oh yeah, kids with their ADD.
I'm agreeing.
Yeah, that's why Kate's late tonight. She's out at a banquet with her little one. So,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, just doing little pom-poms.
Kate's needing muffler work.
Yeah.
Oh, she got a noisy rear end, huh?
Yeah. The old catalytic converter is not pumped. So,
all right.
What you guys do this weekend?
Before we get done tonight, I got to ask you some questions. I mean, you've been asking everybody questions at the end. I've got some questions for you. So, we get into it a little later. Pardon?
You can't lay it on them right now, and now I'm all titillated and intrigued.
I don't know, whatever you guys want, if you want, but I can
it's
ask
up to you, however you want to do it.
Olympi, last fall, I think I told you I was in Texas, but we just were down the East Coast along the Gulf of America. Yeah. And just kind of really enjoyed the beaches there, and you see the dolphins. And so, yeah, good place, Gulf of America. But I can tell you, most of it was tourists and people that had traveled down to that area that were working, and so had no problems. But every once in a while, got off, and all of a sudden we met some real Texans. And that's where I got into trouble. It was like today, I went to the accountants and picked up our year-end paperwork.
Hell yeah.
And when I came back, and I told Alina and Jordan, I says, yeah, they asked me where I went. And I said, well, I had to go pick up the year-end paperwork. And they both looked at each other. They just kind of laughed. And they said, what are you laughing at? What did you do? I said, I went and picked up the year-end paperwork. And they're like, the urine paperwork?
That's hilarious, because that's what I thought you just said.
I got a little Texan in there, I guess, it just slipped out. So,
sometimes it happens,
Yeah.
We enunciate is how we talk.
Yeah, well, yeah. So anyway,
Aye.
what's fixing to?
Fixing to like you're going to do something.
Unofficial
Get
state
ready.
verb of Texas.
Yeah, you're
Yep.
fixing to do something. I'm
Yep.
fixing to do that.
I think that's kind of universal. I don't think that's just Texas.
Universal.
I used to do something like that when I was lived in the UP. Fixing to.
Fixing to, same
Yeah.
thing.
Huh? Oh, that same one. I'm sorry. Coke.
Coke, Coca-Cola, or pop,
Mm,
or
I
y'all
always
call
get
it
yelled
pop.
at down south because they're like, it's soda.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
either
well,
soda or pop or however. What do y'all call it? What do y'all call it? Pop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's same thing. We just down here call it Coke.
Yeah, it's pop up here. When I lived in Florida, it was soda. So
Yeah.
now I know. And if I go to Texas, it's Coke, and then they'll ask me what flavor Coke you
Yeah.
want.
Or
Oh.
I usually just say Dr. Pepper. I mean, if you say Coke, sometimes they'll just bring Coca-Cola or
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, I usually say
Yeah,
Dr.
if you
Pepper,
say Coke up here, you're going to get a Coke or
Yeah.
a Pepsi. You know,
Yeah.
Or
if
a
it's a
lime.
fountain, they'll never tell you which it is, and because it's a fountain, you probably can't tell the difference anyway.
That's like if you're a Waffle House, they're like Dr. Pepper, Mr. Pibb fine. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Might could. I might could. What's
Might
that?
Good.
Might could.
I'm gonna have to
Like
start using
I might can do it. It's maybe is a maybe.
It's a maybe. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm glad you've got the vocabulary to translate for us Northerners. You know.
Good. I'm glad I can help out.
Yeah. And
You heard?
I just said for us Northerners, and I dropped the A because that's what I would have said years ago. Because that's drop. So, all right. All hat and no cattle. Now there's one I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that one either.
It means you're like a drugstore cowboy. It means
Okay, well, there's another
you're
one then. Describe a drugstore cowboy for us Northerners.
Like a drugstore cowboy.
a guy that doesn't do anything, but he's
He dresses
dressed
he's a
up-
poser.
dressed up. He's a poser.
Up here we
Oh.
call him a poser.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're a
basically, it's me.
poser.
Poser. He's dressing up like he has cowboy hats and he might wear spurs or something like that. But
He looking the part, but he's the slowest gun in the
Yeah.
West.
yeah.
Got a set of chaps on with tight jeans to show his ass
Yeah, gotta wear a good pair of chaps.
Yeah, he's got the Chris Ledoux shirt on, but never rode a horse.
Yeah.
on. But if
And a
he's
flannel.
all hat and no cattle, that he's probably got a big ass to hang out of those chaps.
Yeah. You know what they also say about that big belt buckle they wear, right?
What?
That's a tombstone for a dead dick.
I'm a dude who needs to know shit like that, so I appreciate that. That was a pro tip.
That's
Texas
another
pro tip.
another Texas thing right there for y'all people.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, the next one's reckon. I think it's kind of national, but then again, you're in racing, so reckon might mean a little something more.
No, that's the same thing. It means like I'm thinking about or
Yeah,
we're
like I
fixing- we're
reckon it's
fixing to do
more
it.
of
We're
a
fixing-
like an older term. I feel like
yeah. Me and you would know that, but the youngsters.
like if
might
someone
not.
40 years old said it, I'd kind of be like, oh damn, there's an old soul.
Wouldn't bite a biscuit.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't bite a biscuit.
Wouldn't
Oh.
bite a biscuit.
Wouldn't bite a
I
biscuit.
don't want none.
Maybe yeah. I'm full, or I don't. I'm not. I don't like that, or
Her
something. I
biscuit?
don't know.
What was it?
I wouldn't bite a biscuit. Wouldn't bite a biscuit.
I'm a laid back dude.
Shit.
You believe what?
Wouldn't
It's
bite
what?
a biscuit.
It's if someone says a person or animal wouldn't bite a biscuit, it means they're
Yeah.
kind of a harmless creature.
Yeah, they're laid back dude. Wouldn't bite a biscuit. I'm chill.
Yep.
I got you.
Yep.
You don't learn
You
me on
spent
that
some
one.
time there, Texas, did you?
Laid
No,
back
I
40?
just want to play along.
All right. Well, last question I got for you is, I'll get out.
Oh, get out.
I'll get out.
Like it's a party.
Oh, Okay.
Yeah. Trying to convey something to an extreme degree in Texas.
Ooh.
You may use the saying, "I'll get out." This is a
I'll
verbal
get out.
phrase usually tracked onto the end of sentences. So,
Oh, that's doing.
Up
As
here,
in
up here
Spanish.
we say "fuck yeah." Said I'll get out. Fuck yeah.
I'll get out.
Fuck it. We usually just say fuck it here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, those were my questions I had for you.
okay.
I like them.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm almost a full blood Texas.
Almost. What does that mean?
No, I'm born and raised here, but I didn't get 100% though. I'm never good at testing.
Born and
Yeah, I've
raised
never
there,
seen
but
you in a
conceived
cowboy
who
hat.
knows where.
Yeah, yeah.
People want you to go back to talking about the city council meeting
What?
Oh yeah.
in the comments. They wanted to hear about the city council meeting. Roger was talking about it before that cool guy came back on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
Everybody was cussing and stuff, and everybody got their 3 minutes, all right.
Everybody got their 3 minutes. They'll sit there all night if they have to, just about. So we were going to go a couple weeks ago, and then I looked at their agenda, and I was like, that's the first council meeting for the year, and that's going to be full load. So we can't bug them. So we canceled that one, and we did it this week. But it went pretty well. Alina did a really great job on getting the word out to other groups, and they showed up. We had people, from Ann Arbor.
Yeah, this lady got up there, and she was an older lady, and she was very well spoken, and she was like, I was on the Ann Arbor City Council for 5 years, and we passed it unanimously. And she's like, even so-and-so, who's a tight bitch, and she still said okay. And she did some name dropping. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh boy. So she'd fold like a lawn chair, huh? If the
But the dudes that were acting all crazy, they weren't talking about mushrooms. They were mad about how the Congress people like spent money. They were mad about how long they were in office, like Roger said. So one of them was just pissed off. He was like, I just don't think any of you are doing a good job. And he was like, I just wanted you all to know. I was like, holy fuck.
damn it.
Yeah, it can get real spirited. Yep, crazy. And people come in loaded for bear.
This other dude got up and he was very well spoken. He talked about how Johns Hopkins is doing mushroom research and how Ann Arbor has had no issues since it's been decriminalized. And then Roger spoke after that, and Roger gave a very heartfelt speech, and he teared up, and that actually got the mayor's attention. Like you could feel the energy change in the room. Like he was listening. Because mushrooms can be used for end of life, and there was a death in my life, and then Roger's friend just passed away as well. So we both are going through grieving. And if that can help somebody, why would we not want to help our fellow human?
Exactly.
And what I thought was cool is that they were like, sometimes pharmaceutical medicine can treat X, Y, and Z, but sometimes it can't. There's limitations. And it's saying, and in those instances, it just so happens that plant medicine can step in and do that. And sometimes it only takes one dose. Mushrooms isn't like smoking weed. You can't get high on mushrooms every day. I mean, I guess technically you can, but you have to double your amount every time, right? So that's going to get a lot of mushrooms really fast. Like your body builds up a different tolerance to it.
It'll do it even in like let's say you do it once a week or once every week and a half or something. It'll do that too.
You have to wait quickly.
It'll take 10 grams to get you there.
The 20, and then
bro,
then
that is rough on your stomach eating that much.
And it just talks about how it regrows different parts of your brain, but it also can change your reality in one serious dose. And how if we facilitate safe places and educational places so people can do this safely, But yeah, Roger.
I love that.
When Roger got emotional, and it kind of like went in order, like do, and then he was up. But the guy listened. Like, he listened. He looked right at him. He leaned it in his seat, you know.
Well, the one guy I was really curious about was Freddie, and he told me he's a definite no. He says if marijuana came back around for us to vote on, he says I'd still vote no. And
what a dickhead.
So yeah, well,
what the problem is he's doing zero research.
Yeah.
Because I just can't buy in a million years that if you honestly and openly research the medical benefits of marijuana, we'll just take mushrooms out for right now.
Yeah.
Just him saying he would revote marijuana down. That's insane. Like the damage that pharmaceutical drugs do to your body, like to your liver, to your kidneys, take any single prescription drug commercial and watch when they start talking about what you need to look out for. Mm-hmm. None of that is pot. There ain't anyone that's ever did pot that had to run to their doctor because they were bleeding rectally.
No. Pot is safer than half of the girls.
Well, like for anyone to say that and yet go home and pop fucking probably 20 pills is insane to me.
Yeah.
It tells me you've done zero research. You've really not looked at this at all with an open mind. You've only looked at it as, people get high and do dumb shit.
And he's had nobody personally get cancer or something. Because I guarantee you can say no all you want, but somebody you love or yourself gets cancer, I bet you we flip the script real quick on Rick Simpson oil.
I get calls every single week from someone exactly like you're describing.
That's what I'm saying.
Literally.
And then they'll come and
I could pull my phone out right now and show you people that were like, I've never been into pot. I've always been against it. But someone said, like the doctors have given up on me. All of a sudden now I'm really open to this. And then after it heals them, it's like the whole world opens for them. Yep. All of a sudden now
and they got a second lease on life.
Well, like not even just that, like everything now is in question. If our government's been lying to us about this and it just saved my life and they just told me I was going to die and left me to die with no options and this just saved me, there ain't no fucking way they're not lying about 4,000 other things. Like, how could you possibly not want to use this?
That's why I'm so passionate about weed, is because I've seen people who were given a 3-month life expectancy and they're still alive. Like, I've seen it numerous times, and it's Rick Simpson oil, and it's very versatile, and you can make it yourself. Like, I can't speak enough good things about it, but that's why I loved being a bud tender, and I loved finding the right product for the person, especially when they were afraid. You don't want somebody who needs a half and half CBD THC and you give them a fucking 200 milligram gummy. You know what I mean? Like, that was my favorite part. And then they would love,
some of mine is like when we figured out that and this is going to sound all fucking crazy in the comment sections and I go nuts because they're 10-year-old kids. But when we figured out that you could take a gram of RSO rectally and not even feel it.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, like these old people that are seriously coming in because like they're trying to save their life. Like they're on a time clock.
Grams in 60 days. Yeah.
When I would instruct them to do this, they look at me crazy. The next time they come in, they're like, oh my God, like you just saved my life. Because when I was taking this orally, I was sleeping for 20 hours, getting up for 4, doing as much as I could, then taking another gram and passing out for 4 hours.
Like
now I can do everything I was normally doing all day and still get the gram in me.
Yep.
Like I love seeing people pumped on life.
I talk about that too. I'm glad that you know about that.
We had a patient. She had cancer. I forget what type. She was 89 years old, and coached her, talked to her through it on how to use the oil and everything. And told her to start out real low and that. Well, her son came home who was in his mid-50s, and he was like, oh, I'm from Colorado now. It's no big deal. What is this, Mom? And he takes a big old little scoop and takes it down. She says, if you hadn't told us that no one has ever died from it, we'd have probably had him in the emergency room.
So I did have kind of a like weird deal. So one of my buddy's uncle had like 3, I think, really big tumors on his brain. And he started taking the RSO, and he kept taking little amounts. And I kept telling him, like, take it up, you know, right. They wouldn't do it because it just seemed too weird for him. And I'm like, okay, well, I told him, you got to get to a gram, man. Like, got to do this. So he had been taking the small amount, like probably 1/4 of a gram, for like almost a month. And then he finally, like, Jason came in and was like, you're going to do this because this is what you got to do. Do you want to live or you want to die? So he pounded a gram down him, and they took him to the hospital because they thought he was like dying because he was just in the chair. Like,
he was fucking hammered.
Yeah, just gumbied. And so they pick him up, they get him to the hospital. And what it ended up doing, because they were about to give up on that shit right there, that doctor that had been treating him for this for a year was like, instantly CAT scanned him and everything, was like, what are you doing? And they just broke down because they were nervous he was in trouble. So they're like, we've been giving him RSO. Instantly, the doctor's like, keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, one of the tumors is almost gone and the other 2 are down. Like, so then
Awesome.
It was like that moment that put him over the edge, that he started doing it the way I told him to, getting a gram inside of him. And
when you do the suppositories, do you have them make it with the coconut oil, or are you just doing straight RSO?
Straight RSO with a syringe.
Because I've had
now, we
people
made suppositories before, but I get nervous that you might not have it dissolve in time, or if you needed to go right after putting it in, you'd be in trouble. Or if you just kind of cram that thing up there and dump it, it'll.
Well, no, you're right, though. No, your body does absorb it that way, and you don't
fast as hell
like that.
I mean, that's why you see weirdos chugging alcohol that way.
But no,
like,
you're right. I'm glad that you know that.
Yeah.
Within like 2 minutes, whatever amount you just put in you are like drunk.
Roger, Jenny's watching. She just said hi.
And then the reason that it doesn't psychoactive you when you put it in that way is it doesn't go through your liver. So it don't.
So what happened? Hold on. Come back.
Kate said she'll be on in a second.
So what happens if I bypass my liver? What I do?
So what I'm saying is, if you take it rectally, it don't go into your liver, so you don't get the psychoactive effects. So you don't seem all fucking comatose and slurped over.
You'll literally
don't even notice you took it.
I've got a bad liver, so that's why I was, and I've been wanting to try RSO. I got some from Ed one time, but Silver Dragon needed it because he was having problems, so I just gave it to him. But I've always wanted to try just a little RSO, just see what it do. Maybe
a little bit goes a long way.
Maybe might help my liver out.
If you take it in your mouth, a little bit goes so far.
What happens if I got a bad liver? So I mean, my liver ain't going to process it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. You might be able to just pound it right down your mouth, but then in a while, it might repair your liver, and then what? You're going to pop that in one day and be like,
"Hey,
we had an
you got a flag war in the woods."
Yeah, we had an alcoholic in our club, and that's how he beat it, because they didn't give him any time to live because his liver was gone and he needed a transplant. And he started just banging it down and went away, and his liver became real palatable, and they were just amazed as to how it was, and scar tissue was down. So.
Ed?
Yep.
So. Ed, hook it up.
Maybe you need to start taking that, Limpy. Dead serious.
He used to make the best cookies and bring them in, but we had to teach him to how to do his measurements so he was consistent in his oil in there, because sometimes you'd take a bite and you thought you'd been eating RSO.
Oh man.
Yeah. And
I take gummies now and they don't really mess with me at all. I mean, I've taken up to 300 milligrams. I don't know, but I was wondering. That's why I was wondering if the RSO.
You got money to bet?
Not much.
Maybe I was like, I need some money. You got money you throwing around?
But that's why I was wondering if I should do the other way.
I don't know.
Or if I could smoke it. Can you smoke
RSO?
RSO?
RSO. Yeah, it's very versatile. It doesn't taste very good, but you can.
It doesn't taste very good, but you can smoke it.
You can smoke it. You can
You'd
dab
smoke
it.
it like
you
a
can
dab.
put it on your blunt.
Oh, you do it like a dab?
Yeah,
but
or
it's
like she
not-
said, put it on your blunt or put it
It
on
does
whatever.
not
Oh, is
taste
it like
good,
a?
though.
I know when I've seen it before. It looks like a Tootsie Roll or something like that.
Well, it does not taste good. Oh, and then you have to warm it up, right? It's got a thicker viscosity when it cools. So you're going to
Yep.
want to warm it in your hands, your armpit. You got to treat it like breast milk. So you could like heat up the water and put it inside of hot water.
No
Oh,
one
yeah?
listened to a thing you said after you said breast.
I'm just being honest. It's like a living thing. You can't fuck it up like that.
My wife's been taking ours.
Yeah. And what is the recommended dose? They do, well, they recommend 60 grams. Versus
Yeah,
30
no,
grams in 60 days.
yeah. See, I don't know for
So you're supposed to eat like a gram a
she's-
day.
She's treating yeah, I don't know on that one.
And I would put it on
I'd have-
topically too. I have a weird
I'd have
skin
to
thing,
look
and I
into
just
that.
put it right on topically. It looks
Yeah, you
weird
can
on your
definitely
skin.
do that too.
I mean,
But,
it looks weird on your skin, but you can do it. It looks
For
like
the
Yeah,
a-
because I
ones
get
that
these
it's-
sharp pains all the time. Like I wonder if that helps. If I get like
put
these
some
sharp pains,
RSO on it.
and I get them in random spots. But I've had this
Rub it
one
on.
spot on my arm right here for like 4 months, and it's numb. Like it's just numb.
I've got
Yeah,
a
the
recipe.
recommend-
Yeah, I've got a recipe for what's called holy oil.
Holy oil.
And yep, and it's right out of the Bible, which
The Bible.
is it Exodus, I think it's in, and it's the anointing oil that was used. And let me tell you, that stuff really works.
It
One of the
does
things
that made
in
of?
there is cinnamon, and so as a topical, the cinnamon is actually a vasodilator, so it increases blood flow to the area, so it cleans out and brings in some fresh oxygen for healing and stuff. So really, it's incredible stuff.
What does
Rick
RSO stand for?
Simpson
Rick Simpson
oil.
oil.
Rick Simpson invented it.
Rick Simpson from Canada.
Hey,
Yeah, if you look up the
That
rest of,
pioneer went through some shit so that we have
Very
that
good.
nowadays.
yeah.
He was a cool guy.
Now, if you look up the actual recipe for making Rick Simpson oil,
I think I
He
spelled
uses-
Canada wrong on accident.
yeah, he uses naphtha for his distillant, and you can't do that in the United States because he's in Canada. And he can get it free, clean up there, and it's just and so there's no other additives or junk in it. In the United States, it's not. So. What I've used
Have
was
anything fun.
pardon?
I said in the United States we can't have anything fun.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I used 99% isopropyl alcohol.
Yep.
That's having a hard
You
time
can use
finding it.
99% ethanol too.
Yeah. And right. Well, I don't think you can get ethanol in 99. You can get it
You
pretty
can for our
close.
hot rods if you buy race
Yeah.
one.
99.
Well, okay, so like I'm lucky and have a buddy who makes he works for what is it called? One racing,
you
and
gotta
they have an ethanol plant. Like they switched during COVID to making sanitize. Like they can make all sorts of shit. So I can get it off them. It's something they make for some company.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only way I can get it. Like I can't go to a store and buy it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I just went to a paint store and it was in amongst the paint and it said use for paint thinning only. But when I looked on the ingredient list, they had isopropyl and they had the registration number on it. So I ran the registration number and it was food grade isopropyl. So evaporates out 100% and cheap.
Yeah, it does it real for me. It's real fast because I have the vacuum ovens.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So it pulls it out in like
right. Well, you can
5
use
hours,
butane.
6 hours. So if you do ever make a batch, let me know and I can clean it up real quick.
Okay.
But yeah, that stuff's some amazing stuff.
Really,
Mhm.
it really.
If you
really
guys want the recipe for holy oil, we can get that to you.
Yeah, they're asking. Somebody's asking for it.
I
I'd
can
like
bring
to
it
not.
next week.
I'd like to see what it's all entails too.
It's easy. There's only 5 ingredients in it: cannabis, olive oil, cassia root, cinnamon, and cassia. Yeah, I said cassia root. Myrrh.
Myrrh.
Is it myrrh or is it frankincense? It's only one of.
I don't know. I think it's frankincense, but I don't know.
Frankincense? Yeah, I don't know either.
I meant the Three
Frankenmyrrh.
Kings. It all sounds right. It all sounds pretty good.
193.
Everclear is good, but it's expensive and doesn't evaporate as fast or as easily as isopropyl. If you want to test a solvent to see if it's will work or if it's okay to use it, get yourself a really clean glass and or a mirror, and then put the solvent on it and let it evaporate. If it leaves any kind of ring or any film at all, then don't use it. If it's like gone, then it's okay to use. And I know isopropyl is 100% gone, leaves nothing, because that's what we use to clean our glasses.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I haven't done a dab in a long time.
Yeah, we
All right,
probably
well,
should.
shit. You taught me
I
into
haven't
it.
either. We probably
Yeah.
should.
What up?
What up, though?
Do we have anything special going on, Crystal?
What'd you guys do this weekend?
Right now, we still have we have 2 more days of January because it's the song that never ends, and so Leah's are still half off for 2 more days. So for 2 days, you can get a 3-pack of seeds for $12.50, and we have them in both photo period and auto, which is really cool. And we have some amazing auto strains like Gary Payton, Sunday Driver, which Sunday Driver, even though I'm a sativa girl, I fucking love Sunday Driver. Even I like the parents of Sunday Driver. Like one of the parents of Sunday Driver is Fruity Pebbles. I fucking love Fruity Pebbles too.
Indica guy here.
Yeah, I know. Not very many people like sativas, but I'm going to smoke it.
I'll smoke.
I can say I prefer it, but I'm going to smoke it.
I'm going to smoke whatever, but I prefer
Yeah.
if I'm going to indica.
However, I have met people, a lot of different people, where sativa makes them feel anxiety and makes them uncomfortable. So for that purpose, if I have a strong sativa, which a lot of times I do, I'll tell the person I'm smoking with,
I was laughing my ass off.
unless I know they're okay to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my friends, actually, she smoked a sativa not too long ago and it gave her anxiety. And she's like, dude, I won't do that again. And she's not as heavy as a smoker as I am. So,
yeah. I mean, they're all hybrids anyway, if you think about it. But,
I mean, that's true. We do still have like a few breeders that specialize in landrace strains, meaning like the purity hasn't been bred out or whatever. So you could get a more authentic sativa or indica. There's a few 100% indicas.
I think the main difference between an indica and a sativa, the sativas are a more southern plant, and the leaves are a little narrower, and it gets tall and it has a longer flower time. So it's one that's grew out in the wild in the south, and the indicas are like Hindu mountains and cooler climates.
Zulu.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking about sativas.
Well, Zulu is South African.
Yeah, that's one of the sativas.
I like that. That is really, I like that sativa.
Roger grew Dr. Grinspoon back in the day, and that was 100% sativa.
Mm-hmm.
And you grew, I think it was either Red Diesel or Red Dragon, but I helped you harvest it that one year when I was a bud tender, and it was like the prettiest weed I'd ever saw. It was like bright pink on the inside. Just fucking beautiful.
Yeah, we've had some really good strains that go through it. I don't know. We just aren't paying any more attention to it, and just don't have any place to go with it.
Yeah. Slee Stack, you grew that one. We liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's just a lot of work. Just
You gotta have you got down here. We grow tents and stuff, but sativas, man, you gotta have a tall tent, or you gotta have your trellis neck.
Cap Junkie's really good.
Right. Or
Cap
you
Junkie.
could get an autoflower sativa, and then you don't need to.
Yeah.
Momentary gelato Cap Junkie sounds awesome.
We do have permanent marker autoflower right now for the 3-pack for $12.50 for 2 more days.
That's what I'm fixing. My next run is going to be 4 autos.
I have a bunch of all of these breeders. Well, are 30% off. I can read them to you. They're all 30% off.
Midnight Roots.
Yeah. 30% off. They have to go. We have too many. It's time to go.
Green.
Like on the car lot. On the car lot when you have too many cars.
Swamp Lord.
What's bulletproof?
UFO.
Yep.
Bulletproof.
Like, you know, like when you're getting ready for new cars to come in, so you got to get rid of some other cars. That's what we're doing. We're slashing prices. We got to sell this shit so we can bring some new shit in. And we don't like to do 30% off, so you should probably take advantage of it because we don't have a very big profit margin. We don't like to do 15% off, and we're doing 30 right now on those breeders. If you forget, you can call me. I'll answer the phone. I can email you this list. Well, not tomorrow, because guess what I'm doing tomorrow?
What you doing?
I'm going to be a fucking chaperone on a field trip for 7th graders.
Oh, good
But
Lord.
what I didn't know, listen though.
Horrible.
Listen to how horrible. 12 hours, dude.
Mm.
I'm leaving at 8 in the morning. We're not getting home until 8 at night. I shit you not. Yeah.
Can you do anything to help yourself?
I'm bringing some gummies, but I don't think the other parents are going to be cool like that.
Who gives a fuck?
I think you might be surprised.
Cooter. And Sophie sat me next to a kid that I don't know. I said, are you fucking kidding me? I'm sitting next to some strange kid that's going to be pissed, or sitting next to some strange fucking mom. Like, oh my God. But we're going to a air museum in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And we're going to Lion King, the Broadway show. And then we're going to a fucking jump house. Airborne.
That's a long day with 7th graders.
So
a
many
jump
7th
house?
graders.
A 7th grader?
Like
They're still.
That's a long day with the
They
graders.
still jump
It is.
at 7th.
I don't think they're gonna want to jump at 7th grade, but that's what we're doing. And then they say the first hour on the bus that we're gonna have quiet school time. Like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? They're like, yep, no phones, and you're gonna do schoolwork. Hey, girl.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, that's gonna work. That's how it's
I'm
gonna work.
bitching about being a chaperone for 12 hours tomorrow because I somehow didn't realize it was a whole fucking shift and a half.
So when you get to the jumping room,
Yeah.
the chaperone's going to be able to get in there and let off some of their steam and bounce
I'm
around
not
a bit?
jumping. But the teacher also said, dress nice enough for Broadway, but not nice enough not to jump at the jump house.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am.
That's a double standard, dog.
Teacher sounds pretty weird.
Sorry, I'm done now. I'm done with my chaperone ranting. I appreciate you guys letting
Where
me
this?
share.
What's the credentials on this teacher?
I don't know. He's the choir teacher. This is the choir trip.
Well, I mean, what does that even mean? Dress for a banquet, but also dress for a mud bog.
Yeah, like what the fuck? And he goes, you could bring a change of clothes if you want. Like, bitch, I didn't know that we were doing fucking outfit changes. Like, what?
We're gonna do.
Maybe we shouldn't have made it 12 hours. Maybe we shouldn't be going to the fucking jump house. Maybe that. You know, maybe we could have went to McDonald's and called it a fucking day. That's all. That's all.
Crystal,
How you
tell
really
us how
feel?
you really think about it.
Yeah, but how you really feel?
I'm sorry. That wasn't very. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No,
I'm a
it's great.
chaperone. I'll tell you guys about it next week.
So with
Maybe
the
I'll
rant, with the rant that you just went
Yeah.
on, because I want to continue this.
Sorry.
So
about
obviously, have you been dating a lot in this new town?
that. I've dated some.
Give us your worst horror story.
No, I've only.
Kate
really
laughed.
on-
Bullshit. There's a good one.
I
She
only
just
went
gave
on
you
one
away.
bad
We know
Kate
you.
just
We know y'all
laughed
talk.
when
We
I
know
said
y'all
that.
talk.
In the Kate laugh that I know her laugh, so I know exactly what that particular Kate laugh meant, and that meant you have a really good one.
I only went on one bad date.
It must be a really good story.
No, it is.
No.
She has been able to avoid them this time, but it's just funny that
Yeah.
you're like your automatic assumption is like you have some horror stories.
Yeah.
Because that's
I mean, in my
How
life,
is that?
Anyone
I do, like,
in the entire universe right now that I know
Okay, time
that's
out.
dating
Do you wanna
has
know?
horror stories. And
do you want to
more
know
than
my
good.
worst dating story ever? I will tell the whole fucking internet right now if you really want to hear it.
Yeah, we're ready. I mean, that's what this show's
Okay,
for. is
so I
junk.
went, it was in 2017, so it was a simpler time, pre-Rona, but I was single and Match.com was free for a fucking week. So I decided I'll do this, right? Met a guy, we met at Panera Bread. Do you want the short version?
Now run this out here. Hold up real quick. Just give me 5 seconds and I'll let you continue.
Oh,
Go.
turn
So
down a little bit.
he seemed successful. Like he had an ex-wife but no kids. He worked at the prison. He was like the head like nurse guy or whatever. Thought it was weird that he was a dude nurse, but whatever, you know. He worked at the prison, so he had to like no takedown moves and shit. He had had the wife, got divorced because he met a doctor that he fell into. She left her husband for him. They get together. A few months later, they break up. Fast forward a few weeks into dating, he was really a girl.
Oh,
Yeah. And I didn't know until I knew, if you know what I mean.
did you?
But you know what sucks? He didn't even say, hey, I was born a fucking chick. Because at this point, my ex-husband had already turned into a lady, so I already had experience with people transitioning and transgenders. It's not like I didn't fucking know. But then I felt like I was, oh my God, am I bisexual because I was kissing a lady man? But no, I'm not really, because he was presenting himself as a man. But who the fuck does that? Who waits until a month in to be like, oh, guess what? I have a vagina too. But didn't even like have the fucking courtesy to say it that blatant. So yeah, that's probably my worst dating story.
Did it have a wiener also?
No, but he had a prosthetic because I was like, what about that one time we made out and I felt your boner? It was fake.
he had a fake boner,
Yeah. I can't make this
or
shit up.
she had a fake boner.
She-
Just to like catfish you?
You know what's fucked up too? He catfished that lady, so that's why she left him. She left her husband for him, found out that she was a lady. Then I searched my Facebook, like the people you don't know, and she had messaged me, like disguised as somebody else, and was like, hey, just so you know, it's really a girl, blah, blah, blah. Like, it was so fucked up, the whole situation. But he looked for girls that already had kids to make him look more like a dude.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I was like, how could you do that to somebody? And like, you've done it to multiple women. He was like, well, my therapist thought that that's what I should do, was to get people to be into me first and then tell them.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Why would you tell someone like
And want to hear the more fucked up part?
about it.
So,
a really bad situation could come from when he comes clean? Like
listen
that's
to this.
bad advice.
When I was 19, I dated a guy, and the school was Concord, so it's like a 20 minutes, 25 minutes from, well, you know where it is, but people who are watching, 25 minutes from where I live. So we dated for a few months, whatever. He dated this person back in the day when he was a she. So like his friends were calling him like, oh, your two girlfriends are fucking. And when I find out, I'm like, bro, why the fuck didn't you tell me that it was a chick? And he goes, well, you know, Chuck was a girl by then. We just thought you were cool with trans people. Like, we didn't know. And I'm like, no, I didn't know that he was a girl that you fucking made out with in 8th grade. Like, oh. So yeah, that's my worst dating story.
I gotta give it to you. That's one of the best stories I've ever heard, dude. Like,
Yeah,
that was
I ain't gonna lie.
like mic drop that story.
I'm fucking high as fuck, but yeah,
Tell me that's not fucked up.
it is fucked up.
It's fucked up.
You got every single one of them nervous,
like
Crystal.
fake someone out.
Hey, did you try it out? Just
You know, at that point I was willing to try, but he was just not a nice person all the way around. And I will say later on, if you want me to, I mean, I already put it out there, that he offered his ex-wife strap-ons, but I was never offered a strap-on. So I was fucking mad about that too. Like I was all around fucked over.
I'd be pissed.
The next second worst story was a dude had a life-size sex doll. And when I found out he was cheating on me with his baby mama, I fucking tried to steal that bitch, but it was too heavy for me. So I took its wig and its head for a few days. I did give it back. But I did take it for like a week.
Ooh, this is so good.
Jasper, do you remember when I wanted to burn a sex doll on a couch in your yard or in like the one spot?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Because I had a buddy that was like, I have this life-size sex doll. I need to get rid of it, but I feel like a serial killer. Like I can't take it and dump it anywhere. How do I get rid of it? And
Did we burn it in the pit?
What's that?
Did we burn it in that pit?
I don't think so, because I think when I like offered to actually like I'll take it and dispose of it, he was like, no, then people will know. Like,
I have a picture of me with the doll head. I'll
it.
send it to you. But have you ever seen how heavy those things are? Like,
Dude,
I'm a pretty big
best
girl.
comment yet, dog.
I said.
Listen, you fucking asked me and you wanted honesty, so I gave it to you.
No, everyone is loving this. There's not a person listening right now that's like, what? Why would she say that? They're all like, yo, do you have like 8 more fucking stories like that you can tell for the next 2 hours?
The only other story I have like that, it's not as crazy, but when I lived in Ann Arbor, I was 19 and I had a roommate, and my roommate was gay, which that's fine. But he said, let's go on a double date. And it was a blind date for me. And it was in Canada. Again, fine, whatever. We lived in Ann Arbor. He sat me up on a date with a girl, but like 19-year-old Crystal was like not ready for such experiences. I just told Kate the story the other day, actually. And it was one of the times where I had to fucking fake fall asleep because I felt like I was going to get sexually accosted. Like,
so you're
real lucky with the fake sleep move. That didn't speed up his process.
Cosby would have loved
that.
that.
Cosby would have been like, Cosby would have 3-point shotted the drugs from across the room in her drink in between guzzles, and you'd have been fucked already. But
that lady did bring me flowers, and that's more than half the guys I've dated, I could say. Just saying.
That was nice.
She was a little too eager for my beaver. You know what I'm saying?
I always thought that, like, wouldn't it be cooler to get something other than flowers? Like
weed?
Yeah, or even like a cash card or something. Why would you want something that just dies on your table and you throw away and you have to water?
That's right.
Are they really that cool?
I do need a gift card too. That would be cool.
You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you rather get a gas card or something, or like a Bigby card? I'd be like, snap, this chick gets like moved up.
Listen, when I said gift card, I was envisioning Bigby, and I was hoping Kate would feel the vibes as well, because we like to get Bigby together.
We do like a Bigby.
It's super fun. We have a fun adventure.
I liked Bigby right up until one day I added up like how much I was spending.
No, that's why you have to go at happy.
Like,
no, you have to go at happy hour. But she yelled at construction workers the other day. She yelled right out the window at him.
I like to heckle male construction workers. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
They're entertained. So awesome. I'm entertained.
It's a win-win. I was entertained. All of you were entertained.
It is really funny though, because they all had the same reaction. Basically, they're like, "What the fuck?" And then they all cackle.
Yeah, they're all like, "Hey."
That's awesome.
My favorite thing to yell is like when if they have a shovel, be like, "Fuck yeah, spread it."
You know what? I appreciate you guys letting me share my story. It was kind of cathartic for me, to be honest.
Dude, you got more. Keep right on going, dude. Don't stop.
No, I'm just saying, because when that person finally came out, because they first told me they were hermaphrodite, and me only knowing weed, I was like you have both parts. So I did all this fucking research, and there are people born with both
there
parts.
are.
As many people who have red hair are born with both parts. So it is like that common. But that wasn't the case. She was born with the name Audrey.
Well, no, more of them have red hair.
No, there are as many people born with red hair as there are born
As
with
hermaphrodites. There you go.
ambiguous genitalia is how it's.
Ambiguously genitalia.
Boom. The
Ambiguously
star goes over my head and
genitalia.
says, the more you know.
That's a sweet name for a band right there, dude.
Dude.
Dude, ambiguous genitalia is a really
Yeah,
good
name
name
I
for
call
the
it.
end.
Dibs. Naming the next car.
But no, so then that person gaslit me, like, oh, you should be cool with it, you should be fine. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm heterosexual. Like, I don't.
No, fuck off. You should be fine with who I am. I don't care who you are.
Right.
Do what you want, but you shouldn't have lied to me.
No,
What
it hurt my
relationship
feelings.
starts off great with a lie?
Right. So it just really hurt my feelings all around. It was a bad experience. It was embarrassing.
Ooh, he's smoking
Dude.
motor breath. I haven't had that.
When you
forever.
said that the therapist told them to like not tell
That's what
people
he
until
said.
way later, what if the therapist just like loves drama, so they give really bad advice and then like wait for the person to come back and like
They just
So, like,
want their
how
client
fucked up
to
it
come
was?
back.
So I have people ask me, you know, Kate, how I am. So a lot of people ask me like my advice a lot. And I'm just going to be honest, like you catch me on the wrong day. And even though I may have gave you the most amazing advice 10 times in a row, that one day and I'm short and I'm pissed off about a bunch, dude, that advice might not be that great. It might be very negative advice.
Okay, so
Well,
there's a thing like I will flip a coin to decide stuff, but because like there's like
Easy
a moment.
Two-Face.
Well, no, there's like a moment where you know where you
what
like
you
hope
want.
one way or the other.
Right.
You know, for
Yep,
like a
that's how
second.
you know. Yep.
Yeah. So like I feel like I take Jasper advice like that. Like, is that what I wanted to hear and what I thought was right? Or are you being a little shit? You know, not like I think you intentionally give me bad advice, but like that is the
Yeah, no, I'm not intentionally doing anything. It's just the way my brain is operating that day.
because you got a little bit of
what kind of
you know?
response they get.
Well, sometimes I'm frustrated at a bunch of people and I might be like, yo, fuck them. And I wouldn't fucking put up because I put up with a lot.
Yeah, no, exactly. You got a little spice in you.
Yeah, so once in a while you catch me on a day
somebody else
where,
to go fuck themselves when maybe
yeah, when I'm not fucking
that was a little over the line.
telling people to be like me.
Well, back in the day, there used to be a TV commercial, and it was usually a husband or maybe a kid, and they'd be all sad and down, and the mom would be in a huff, and the caption was, "Sure, you're tense and irritable, but and have a headache. Here, take this aspirin or whatever it was for." So basically, it was period med. It was.
Yeah, it's like a Snickers bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should always give him a Tylenol and a Snickers bar.
I don't know. Call me straight, but I don't like nuts. So I go with Milky Way.
That's hilarious.
I like it Milky
They're
Way.
both veiny, aren't they?
I didn't say that I didn't like I just didn't like nuts.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Listen,
Sometimes
I'm
you
real
don't.
excited for our peep off at work, Crystal. I know you don't like them, but like the fact that Jordan does and she's like
Listen.
excited.
I might not like them, but I love finding them, and I love finding all of the flavors. So
Okay,
I'm
yeah, we're
excited
gonna
I
get
have
all the
somewhere to put
flavors.
them.
We're gonna get them the right amount of stale because she likes them stale like I do.
Okay, that's fine. I just am gonna have fun finding them for you.
I'm just saying, when you find them, go ahead and like crack them open a little bit as soon as you buy them.
I love a good pea hunt.
Anybody else like their peeps stale?
I like my peeps in the trash, but now in your mouth.
Feed me, peeps. When I had like an Etsy store, I used to make shirts that said "Roll me blunts and tell me I'm pretty."
Yes,
so,
I
like,
had a
peeps
cup
and
that
tell me
said
I'm
that.
pretty.
I'm gonna bring you the peeps. I've seen like peppermint ones, cocoa ones, cake ones, orange ones.
I had these like tropical something or other the other day, and it tasted like those like old bathroom air fresheners that were like white and they'd pull apart and there was like gel in the middle.
Yes,
It tasted like you walked into a room with like a fresh one of those. Like it had no like flavor to it, but the like lingering chemical.
I need one of those for my fucking outside my door so my neighbors aren't upset at how I smoke weed in my apartment.
They probably all do too.
Well, I know at least one person does because I smell it sometimes.
Saul always tells me that I have to stop assuming that everybody smokes weed just because I do. He's like, no,
Be
you
a lot better
it.
place. Be a lot better place. Even if you just smoked a little bit, like you don't have to go hard like I do, but just a teeny tiny bit. Unclench your butthole a little bit.
You ever in a spot and you can smell weed and then you look around and there's somebody else that's like smelling themselves? It's like It's like when Highlanders are in the same room. We've been watching Highlander again lately.
There can only be one.
Original one?
There can only be one.
The TV show, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. They make some like I don't know, some other one that was like, well, I didn't like it that much.
Is it like a new one?
Yeah, it was like a newer one versus the older. I like the older one with the. I can't even remember the dude's name.
Connor.
Yeah.
Is that what it is, Connor? Right?
I don't know.
Connor McLeod.
I just like that you knew so quickly.
With a chainsaw.
Yeah, so I was gonna text you. Make sure.
I'm amazed that Jess was not like.
I gotta know him, right?
Oh no, it's Duncan McLeod, and then Connor is in the new one. That's Duncan.
Yeah, Duncan McLeod is the.
Yeah, I would say Connor's like the new one, but it's not his kid.
McLeod, so
because they can't have kids. I like lore of old TV shows, especially lore that's been like around for a really long time. So you can find like 15-year-old arguments on the internet about like how they get their immortality.
Oh, shit.
I just watched an episode where there was like a dude, like there was like an immortal that was like basically Quasimodo, and like that'd be fucked to be like immortal, but like super fucked up forever.
You're going to be fucked up forever. No,
Take my
maybe
quickening.
Maybe time, like as science progressed, like they find a way to like cut off the hump and straighten his back. He's immortal, so we ain't gonna kill him. Trying. Be like the test subject.
Rolling weed.
They can die forever if they get beheaded.
Well, we're not gonna behead him. We're just cutting off his hump, straight putting a brace in. You know.
Oh, you want to know what
his hump though?
I started a show today that was so good. Have you watched Yellow Jackets yet?
No.
You have, Kate?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I've watched the first 2 seasons or just the first. I think I just watched the first season.
Oh my God.
I've been watching High Potential with the lady from
That's good.
Always Sunny, Caitlin.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty good
The
so
Mick.
far. Yeah, I love her. And I love that she married Rob, whatever his last name, because I can't say it.
McEnany?
Yeah, him.
Okay, so wait, does that show have good depictions of stoners? Because I cannot watch like weed shows.
No, dude,
because
it's not
they'll
about
roll like one
stoners.
joint and share it with like 8 people, and then they're all like so high that they don't remember what happened, and it's like, listen.
No, dude, it's not about weed. I thought it was about weed too, because it was called high potential. It's not. It's about her being like being like kind of smart and like have like photographic memory and shit. So she was accidentally solving police cases, and they're like, "Oh shit, you're just like a normal lady, and you're kind of slutty and cool, but want to help us cop." And she's kind of like, fuck the police, but okay, I'll help you.
She's just really smart and very, very good at like seeing things out of place, understanding that like an example would be like she goes into a house and the house is like absolutely flawlessly meticulous, but she notices that one of the curtains isn't tied up and knows right off the bat this human wouldn't do that. So obviously someone came in this window, like shit like that.
Yep.
It's pretty good. It's like a lie to me type show.
Roger, they want to know if you're drinking beer tonight.
I am. I usually have a beer. Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Yeah.
Oh,
beer,
we got some
water, and got my vape.
We got some breaking news here.
What's happened?
Oh wait, where'd it go? Oh wait. Apparently, a helicopter flew into a plane.
Oh no!
It just happened, and this is somewhere. You can see that not the one to right,
The bottom.
the bottom one.
Oh
The
no!
helicopter fly right into it. Bam.
Why would they do that?
I don't
Shit.
know. They said it flew
Where's
right
that at?
into it.
Terrible.
Bullshit. I bet it was
Washington.
one of those drones.
Oh, I
Probably
don't
wasn't
know.
even a copter, just smoked it with a drone.
Well, the aliens are just supposed to observe us.
Who's
They're
on
not
the plane?
supposed to attack.
It was flying out of Washington to Kansas or something like that.
And the
Yeah, who's on the
drones
plane?
are ours.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It just happened like 5 minutes ago.
Thank you for telling us. It's terrible. It's terrible. But that is strange. I don't know how that would have happened. They would have seen one another.
Unless it's like some kind of I don't know, some politics shit going on.
Well, maybe all this shit has something to do with the alignment of the planets.
Well,
and
today
change
is
of
the
the
Chinese
season.
New Year. Today is the Chinese New Year, and we enter the year of the green snake or the grass snake, something snake today. And it is the Aquarius new moon, the first new moon of 2025. That's what I be knowing.
So should we blame it on the moon?
Mustang driver.
No.
It's probably a Mustang driver.
Always. Always.
Oh shit.
I have a driving story. Kate and I went to get lunch on Monday. And we pull into this parking lot, and this lady fucking didn't even stop. And she was supposed to stop, and she didn't. And had I not stopped for both of us, she would have fucking ran into me. And so we pull in, and I tell Kate, like, it's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
go over and beat this bitch's ass. Oh wait, no, what'd you
I
say?
said it's kind of fucked up that like I am the best driver now on the road, and she goes, "Look at you, fucking maturing, growing up, taking your time." But yeah, it's crazy that now I'm a good driver. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want my kid to start driving like that. If the way everyone drives, it took me a long time.
That's horrible. I would definitely fucking agree to that.
I mean, my kid didn't get her license till she was like
I fucking
20,
drove 6 hours.
23 or something like that.
Flint and everywhere else, dude. And all I can tell you is people.
I mean, we put her through like driver's ed, got her a vehicle. You know, she just didn't want to drive.
Cool.
She just didn't want to drive.
Well, a lot of my friends' kids are like that right now.
Yeah,
Like, there's some of my friends' kids that are like 21 and they still don't have their driver's license.
Yeah. Shit, I had mine at 15, or I had my hardship at 15, and then
I know. I was ready to go at 16.
I got my driver's license on my 16th birthday.
Yeah, so did I.
They chisel it out in stone.
Yeah,
Get your dinosaur for you.
Cobblestone.
Yep.
I'm just teasing you, Cooter.
No, that's true. They did.
You just had to be 14 and a boy.
They didn't have any automatics.
They had them on the tree, huh? Tree on the tree.
Ford gave you a car.
Pardon?
You had to wind it up.
Rockin'
harder.
My first car was a 1952 Plymouth Suburban.
A 1912.
Station wagon. And
pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Did it have a crank start?
That's what I just said. A crank start. I was trying to lure you to do your old timey voice. Kate does the best old timey voice in the whole world.
Oh,
we gotta hear it now.
Anyway, yeah, it was a
I gotta
quite a
think
car.
of something good to say in it.
Yeah, but what's interesting about it is my dad worked at the cemetery, and up there, what they did is they would put the bodies all winter long into a chapel and just let them freeze because they couldn't bury them in the frost. And
I didn't make trouble that hot yet.
And the first that they used to move them, the transmission went out. So guess what they used as a hearse? My car.
Oh no!
And then it was in the spring, and they were. It's kind of gross, but they'd start to thaw, and then car had a weird smell to it. Let's just put it that way.
How did they label them? That knew who was who?
You'd laugh. I'd laugh hysterically.
Where they buried them, or they just somebody might not have made it in the right grave?
Oh, they would be in their coffins, and they'd put them in the chapel, they called it, and that's where they would freeze, and it was insulated. And then in the spring, they had as soon as the frost was out of the ground, they had to get them buried before they thawed out.
Nobody ever thought to like dig a few spare holes in the fall?
Where? Everybody owns their plots and things. They're going to buy one, so
It's a small town. You could have a look around, you know.
Yeah.
Have a look, see.
Listen, if you had a horse that you thought was going to die over the winter, you'd dig a hole for it beforehand, right?
See.
Depends on how bad it was, because then
How
maybe
hungry am I, and is there
dig a
food?
hole now and bury it and cover it up as well.
Well, maybe you got a smaller stack of bodies if you plan ahead. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe just the tragic ones, not the old folks.
Actually, I did something very similar to that, and because I was expecting a dog to die, and I had put straw out over.
Cooter said, "I'll see my horse
barrier
story."
and cover it up so it wouldn't freeze. But he lived for another 2 years.
Like I went with a Dwight Schrute answer.
My dad dug a hole for this cat for like 4 years in a row, and it didn't die.
We dug a hole for a rat, and it came back to life. Pet
Remember
cemetery.
that story?
Told us that. You told
Is that
us
rat
that
still
story.
alive?
Still in
Yeah.
there, dude, rocking. No issues. Like healthy.
I would say now you got the
Where'd it
Green
go?
Mile mouse though. That you're gonna be
Oh,
fucking.
shit.
Zombie
Okay,
rat.
so next Monday I'll go get them and bring them out. Bring them out to the garage.
Pet cemetery rat. Speaking
I'm
of pet
telling you, it was
cemetery,
weird, dude.
I do have one more rant left in me. So
Oh,
there's-
give it.
There's the new Stephen King It movie, right?
Yeah, I never watched
in
it.
that, no, me neither. But if you have, did you ever read the book back in the day? No. Well, because the scene I'm talking about is in the
Yeah.
book. In the book, for them to get out of the tunnels, all 6 of the boys have sex with Beverly. And it's so that they signify ending their childhood.
That's in the Stephen King version?
Yes.
Wow.
And so people over the years don't believe me, but I recently
That's
was
gonna
talking to
put-
someone and they're like, yes, he absolutely did. And I Googled it the other day and he did. And they were like, well, back when the book was released, I don't know if it was 1973 or 1983. I can't remember what one of the two. He was
83.
like, yeah, people didn't care about stuff like that. And then like I read it and you can tell that like he obviously didn't know because he was like trying to write the like sex parts from like that of a girl, but yet it was an adolescent girl because they were only 11 and 12. It was just
Wow,
fucking weird.
that is a very weird place to get to.
It was fucking weird. And so anyways, I don't know. But I think that's fucking weird. And they knew it was so weird that they left it out of the new movie.
Was it in the
Was it in
original
inter-
movie?
No.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I can't remember. But I know that like he said in an interview in 2013, I don't know what the big deal is.
I used to read a lot of Stephen King. One time I was in LA and I was flying back to the East Coast, and I went in, I just grabbed a book to read on the plane, and went in and I sat down and opened up the book, and the opening page, whatever it was, starts describing the situation, and it was a guy that was flying from LA to the East Coast and sitting in first class. I mean, I'm just sitting there reading this. I'm looking around. I'm in LA. I just boarded a 740. Well, it was a 737, whatever. Anyway, first class, and you know, I mean, it was just other little things in there, and I was like, "Oh shit!" You know, I mean, that
What
was
else is going to happen?
that was Langoliers. I'll never forget that.
Should I stop now and wait till I finish reading till I get back there? Or?
That was what?
I don't know. I just think that was
did you read it, or
crazy.
did you just stop reading and just take your
No,
trip?
no, I read the whole thing. Yeah, it was a
Before you got
short
on the
story.
plane?
Pardon?
I said before you got on the plane. I guess the plane landed and everything was all right.
No, when the plane landed, well, everybody, well, there's a group of people that fell asleep, including the one character that was the main character, fell asleep. And then when the captain announced that they were preparing to land, he wakes up and looks around, and the only people that are on the plane are those that fell asleep. Everybody else was gone. Watches were just like laying on the floor in the seats and stuff. And so that's how it went. And then they landed in Boston and walked into the airport, and the airport was empty.
Dude, those drones are outside.
And
No
Eaton
shit.
Rapids.
Yeah, dude, there's like what, 3 of them out there right now, and one just flew over my house, like what, maybe down my road almost.
Did you take a picture, a video?
No, my phone was in here. I've already shot videos of them and stuff.
You sure it ain't
know. It's probably that was probably what, 200 feet off the ground?
It ain't Phil, is it? Fucking with you?
Who's Phil?
Maybe 2. No, dude, this thing's the size of an SUV.
Oh shit! It ain't Amazon
just flew over
delivering shit,
200
is it?
feet above my house.
It ain't Amazon delivering shit.
And then what? It took like what? How long were we out there? It took that long just to get over my property. Like they're not going fast.
What are they doing?
Oh, no idea. Don't care.
Delivering.
That's that. You could hear it coming forever. They sound like.
You said I have no idea. And I don't
They sound like a 747.
Or maybe they were mapping.
What?
What are they mapping?
They could be mapping or running some, infrared and
Yeah, no idea if they're testing, not testing. I don't care about all
shit,
that.
That could be fucking Google. You never know.
Yeah,
Google
definitely.
satellite.
There's like a few of them in the area. They all look the same.
The funny thing though, they might use this. They might use it as like a spot, like a marking point, because they can see the heat signature.
I mean, that's possible.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they look down, like fuck.
But there'd be so many heat signatures just everywhere.
They look like they were fucking going down your road.
I told you, look, dude, the one me and Hickman looked at last night did the same thing, except it went this way.
Yeah.
And it like went right over my house. Like,
that was crazy.
How'd Pop go, bro?
That's the DEA.
there ain't nothing here, man. But some broke motherfuckers, they'll be bummed when they come kick this door in and don't have any money to show for it.
You're gonna be like, you're gonna have to fix my door now, B.
No, they're real good at like knowing that if we go to this house, we get to pocket this much cash.
I know.
And my house just ain't that. We spend it all on a race car. They can't get shit for it.
It's pretty.
Listen, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go, and we'll talk again. I guess next week.
Yes,
All right, party on.
All right, take care. And look at me,
Thanks.
just shove it down here. No.
Shove it down here, he
He
said.
almost was going to do it, but I think he figured out how to end it. Oh,
I still like it when he closes it though. That's the best mic drop.
Yeah, I would have never ditched that move.
No. Especially when we told him it was the win.
It's because we told him. Now it makes him feel like an old man. We talked about the meeting last night.
Yes, but you can talk more about it.
I just didn't get to like talk to you a lot afterwards. What do you think about the
You can roll more. You can
the
keep
other
rolling
people
more until you
experience?
feel like you've rolled enough.
Dude, I cannot believe
Over
how
and dads.
crazy everybody
You
got. I
guys
couldn't
do
believe
that.
Or
that
lace
they
up
felt
papers.
comfortable to just
Yeah.
yell at them like that.
I mean, I got all these.
I'm not saying that they don't have the right to do that, and I'm not saying I didn't agree with some of their opinions, but I thought, damn, that's ballsy as fuck.
Well, it's kind of hard to agree with someone's opinion when they're
I
just like
mixed them
ranting
now.
about shit. Like
Yeah.
some of those people, I'd be
Yeah, it's
impressed
like
if
4 of
anyone
them.
else in the room knew what they were talking about. You know?
Well, and plus they all said that they speak at like every meeting. So it's like every fucking meeting they're just going up there going ham.
Yep.
I'm surprised that they allow it, to be honest.
They have to.
Even though they know, they're like, oh shit, here's
Don't
Todd
matter.
again. Todd's gonna fucking talk about what he talks about every time.
Yep. Well, like that's why they said this is like your opportunity or whatever to speak to the council members, basically, so that they don't have to deal with phone calls and shit all the other times. You can come talk to us at the meeting.
I don't know. It's crazy. And then some people followed the rules, like you were supposed to say your name and your address, and then other people were like, I just want to say that you all suck at your jobs, and I don't like your face. And I was like, whoa.
Well, they got other people around there smoking cigarettes, and you don't see that out there, and that makes a whole lot of sense to me. Was one of the lines. What the fuck is this you're talking about?
I don't know. But some of the things they were complaining about, like they did set up all of those tiny houses for the homeless, and that was a really good thing. And they only let them do it for a month or two, and they were being used by people. They even had waiting lists of people waiting to get in there, and then they shut it down. So that's what they were talking about.
Interesting.
What they were upset about.
I was reading a water quality report for a lot of that I'd picked up downstairs.
It's just a lot. Roger said that one person's against it, and that the one person who's against it said that if he got to vote again on weed, he would vote no on weed now.
Well, again, though, what if fucking Dick Willett, Jackson will look real bad if they don't do it unanimously, since literally every other place so far has,
Apparently that guy doesn't care. He wants to go down history as to be the stickler. I don't know. I think that was kind of a bogue thing to say. Huh?
I said he's going to stickle.
Yeah, a stickle. Look I got the ear pods thing sunk up today. Look at me.
Oh, look at you.
I had help.
Jasper had headphones on earlier, but it started acting off.
Yeah, but they say that you can get the head in it.
I know.
And my head is already weirdly shaped. I just seen a TikTok about it. And
but the head indents for like gamers that wear them for 18 hours a day.
I was gonna say professional gamers. They had and then all the gamers started shaving their heads. Google it on TikTok and you'll see it.
Chris, do you have glasses indents?
Probably.
I don't.
On my nose, I do. Yeah. So I
go back to contacts all the time because I get snow and shit in my eye.
I need to go back to contacts because I'm just wearing whatever sunglasses I want. I like sunglasses. But I have to wear prescription ones because I can't fucking see.
I've lost my glasses. I don't know where the fuck they are. I can't.
It's just stressful. But, when I wear contacts, they get dry because I'm smoking weed all the time. So then that sucks. So, but I didn't have glasses until after I had Sophia. So I've only had glasses for like 12 years now. Before that, no glasses.
She was instantly like, I got to look smart for my kids.
No, I couldn't see. I thought I was just too high all the time driving at night. And then I got an eye exam. They're like, no, bitch, you're legally blind. Like,
and they're like, oh, no one told you that having a kid would do that to you?
Yeah, no one told me that they fucking, like, not only suck your life, like, they literally suck your nutrients out of your fucking body. You lose teeth and shit. I'm not shitting you. You lose teeth. She fucking took my vision. My fucking lady bits will never be the same. Never. After breastfeeding for 2 years, nothing's ever the same. The things we do for love.
That's 2 years?
2.5, actually.
Shit, I breastfed till I was 16.
It wasn't all the time, just like at bedtime and nap
That's
time.
how you get those strong bones.
Yeah, that's why I'm as big as I am.
How you can just stand out there for 18 hours straight and water the woods.
Dude, you remember how weird breast milk was? My kids the other day were talking about breast milk, and I was like, you have no idea how weird it is, though. Like, it's like slightly blue tinted,
But it's so good because it actually changes, like how honey does, right? It's like the same type of. You already know this shit. I don't need to tell you.
Hold on, this does not taste like.
You already know.
How you know?
And breast milk does not taste like honey.
How do you know?
The properties.
Breast milk, P. Diddy?
No, the properties of it, how it changes. Like if you eat honey from
Oh,
like
she said
where
it
you
acts
live.
like
It's
honey
good.
now.
Yeah, it doesn't not taste like it. No.
No, I was just asking if
that'd be sweet.
Matt knows, so obviously you were right,
I was
dog.
like,
Not bad. You were right,
props to
Matt.
Matt
You
for
do know your
trying
breast
breast
milk.
milk. Like, that's awesome.
I know. I definitely know my breast.
Yeah, I bet you do, P.
But
Diddy.
it's good for the mom. It helps. It like reduces breast cancer risk, and it helps you
could
lose
actually,
baby weight.
just a side hustle for the ladies. You can actually hustle breast milk. You can sell that shit online.
Yeah. Well,
How's one know that? I'm just saying.
But I'm gonna tell
Just
you right
saying.
now, formula is too
You're
fucking
hearing the plug
expensive.
talking right now.
I know,
Matt,
but
like
formula
at me.
was,
If you guys
formula
have
was-
it,
Let me
Matt
know.
Jones on Facebook.
I am buying, but bulk only.
Right?
He's like, I just need a van of some titty milk.
That's hilarious.
Some
It's
titty
good
milk.
for your skin.
I love titty milk. No, I've never.
I know you
I
do.
don't know. No, I'm not
Oh, a
really.
I don't
military
really know.
helicopter in a
Oh,
project.
yeah.
I don't
It was a
remember what it tasted
military
like when I was a
helicopter.
baby. So
Trust me, we're all conditioned to love
Military helicopter and passenger plane.
That's
yeah,
so
we
crazy.
showed it earlier.
Yeah, but that's crazy that it would be a military helicopter.
It says a Black Hawk, so I don't know what happened.
right over the river.
Man.
Yeah.
It's
I
not.
think I've told you guys before that my bio dad was in the army for fucking ever, and he flew helicopters. My bio grandpa flew helicopters.
It sure seems like there's a lot of plane wrecks nowadays, or more than I remember.
Remember?
Which I could be wrong and maybe wasn't paying attention, but and am now.
Yeah.
It seems definitely odd that a military helicopter runs into a 747 and they just
Yeah.
didn't pull off a, whoa, what are we doing? Let's back off or
Right.
drop
I
down
mean,
or raise up.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a Black Hawk, so they're like known to maneuver super good. So that is fucking
Well, you
weird.
can see the lights in the video. It's a long path till they blast each other. It's like
That's scary and weird. I don't know.
almost
I don't
looks like
like it.
slow motion.
It's unsettling.
It's fucked up.
Pretty
Makes
crazy.
me wonder who was on the planes. I mean,
That's what
I'll
my
pray
mind
for all
does.
of them, but makes you wonder.
The guy who was building the car that runs on water.
Yeah, probably the next hydrogen guy.
Maybe. I don't know. Look at all the famous people that were on the Titanic. And
No, Minnesota didn't score last.
I
night.
didn't know, but there was a big old hole in a fire in the boat
14
way before they fucking hit the
50
iceberg
seconds,
even.
almost 15 minutes before scoring a basket.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
That
how
is
Why
much-
they
true.
hit it?
I just think it was crazy that the shit was already on fire down there.
Yeah.
Wait, is that why they hit it? Because they couldn't steer away from it?
Yeah, they couldn't. No, I think it's because they just didn't see it in time. But there were a lot of famous people on there, and it makes you wonder.
On the Titanic?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they sank that bitch.
That's
I
not
think
saying.
the iceberg was so big that they couldn't avoid it, and they didn't see it in time to.
I think it was an insurance job. It actually wasn't the Titanic, it was the RMS. And that's why, like, if you look at pictures of the Titanic, all the like round buoys all say the other name on it.
Yeah,
And they had just crashed the other boat, and they wouldn't insure it because it was so old. So then they threw all these people on it, and there was like 9 people on the Titanic
Mhm.
that were against the Federal Reserve.
Yeah. The rich people. I read a lot of
And like
stuff about
JP
it.
Morgan and all the people that were for bailed at the last second on going.
Yep.
And next thing you know, it's at the bottom of the lake. And none of those super rich people managed to get on the lifeboats, even though the rich people and the women and children got on first.
Isn't that
So,
fucking crazy?
seems
I think it was Poseidon,
suspicious.
insulted by the hubris of man.
Ate the boat.
Well, maybe those aliens that are underwater up by Antarctica just
Dude,
happen to be down
Because
here.
they
and just-
fucking said,
sniped
hey,
the boat.
we're the government. There is aliens, and they live in the fucking ocean. So that song, Aliens in the Ocean, that was a fucking prequel.
documentary.
Who said that?
I just did. Me.
No, our government hasn't admitted any bodies, but they've now admitted that there's stuff in the air that they don't know what it is.
Yes, they did. They on that conference, they were like, "Are you
Well,
talking about
so those guys are all ex-military. Like some of them are in Skunk Works, and some of them are in all sorts of different like
Sorry.
programs in Area 51 and stuff. But like our own government hasn't come out and said there's bodies. They've admitted that there's things in the air that we don't know what it is, like the Tic Tac film and the whatever the other one
and
is.
they
that
admitted
rotates.
that somebody asked them, "Have they been like fucking hostile to us before?" And they were like, "Yeah."
Well, when they flew, when they have admitted to them being very interested in our nuclear program, so they've shut down nukes before or took over, supposedly. But they've kind of admitted to all that in declassified documents that they've released. Shockingly, using the lead singer of Blink 182, Tom DeLuge, who now works for the Pentagon. As crazy as that is, there's a Joe Rogan you can listen to with him.
Oh my god!
I swear to God,
I believe it. That's what's fucked up.
he runs a company now called To the Stars that is slowly releasing alien information. And like I said, he works for the Pentagon. And still tours with Blink 182 now and then.
Oh my god.
Blink 182 still tours?
I think they did like a year ago.
For who? Who's in that audience?
It's all the small things.
Like a bunch of dudes named Sean, and it's their weekend
Yeah.
with their kids.
Yes, and Kyle.
I don't know, man. People want to relive the old days. So, like, something me and Phil did is we became
Not
like
those ones.
35 years
If you don't
old
look at
and
your Blink
realized,
182, you don't want to go back to that time.
yeah, but we did. We not that I wanted to jam Blink 182 or go. I don't go to concerts really, so like that's not me. But we decided, oh, we have money now, so I guess we'll buy every single old bicycle we ever wanted. So like 20 years ago, we went through this phase where we literally just bought every bicycle we dreamed of as a kid and rode them and was like, all right, that was not that cool. And we might resell it on eBay and get a different one. But we had like 5-7 bicycles, like riding around like we're kids again. And actually, I still ride a bike now, but yeah. So I don't know. Some people, I guess their thing is to go back and watch Blink 182. It's not mine, but I'm not huge on giant groups of people. As weird as that is, when I go to like War in the Woods and love it. But
I like concerts, but like I just can't imagine what a Blink 182 concert's like. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like it has to be my people.
Yeah. Okay.
Like if I'm going to an event where there's a lot of people, I gotta have like-minded people there. Otherwise, I'm like, oh God, get me out of here.
Yeah, I get that.
That's why I struggle like shooting weddings. I've done it for years. I've probably shot like 200 some weddings in my life.
You take amazing photos, dude.
Thank you.
And I can say that I know photos, and you take amazing fucking photos.
It's real hard at weddings. If it's not like Mark Mauser's wedding or something, where I know everyone there.
Oh, you can't make a church basement look like a Sistine Chapel?
Well, no, I'm not even talking about the complaints or the picture-wise deal of it, just the amount of people in a small place.
Oh, you're talking crowd-wise?
Non-stop talking and different like, I don't know. It starts.
You love nonstop talking and different conversations. What are you talking about?
I do with my people. But like when you're trying to follow 8 conversations and 9 of them are horrible, then it's just disappointing.
Humans do be disappointing. I get it.
Humans do be humans.
Yeah, humans be humaning.
People are people.
People be people. And
that was when I got to hang out with DJ Short one time, and he was like, this lady came up and she was super weird to him. Like she was standing like 10 feet away from him, but like leaning forward and like, such an honor to meet you, and like you have beautiful skin. Like saying the weirdest shit, right?
That's pretty weird.
Oh.
Yeah, and like so like she's like the one I remember the most, but there was like a string of people that were like about that weird. And I was like, dude, is it like weird for you to have people like treat you like a celebrity, but like no one, like in your day-to-day life, no one knows who you are really, like because he's such like a minor kind of celebrity, you know, to such a specific niche group of people.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, people are people. I try not to hold it against them.
People be peopling. Yeah, this guy. No, I won't even go there.
Let's go there. Too late. Just like you told Roger, you already got us titillated.
No, okay, so this dude, I'll just keep it broad, but he came into work and he basically like said that we were all stupid and Kate wasn't, and I just had to play it cool and smile. And he said it more than once.
I hate you. I hate you. Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck
I'm
you.
out.
Well, no, so like the funny thing was
dude
he
did
wanted
that.
like
That's
grow
so dope.
advice and like specific advice about certain strains. And I kept
It was
being
so
like,
hard.
well, I don't know, but I can look it up with you and read it to you, sir. You know, like, and then he'd be like, see, I got to come back when you're here. You're real smart. Like, I'm literally telling you that I'm going to read you shit.
He was like, all these other bitches, they're real dumb.
In anything in retail, you're always going to have those know-it-alls come in that like
I haven't been told I'm dumb to
need
my
so much.
face
They already know
sometimes.
what they want. That's what pisses me off about those people. Because I usually do real good with those type of people too, just because I can pick them out real quick, and I know they want all the technical talk they can get to feel like they're talking to an equal.
That's true.
But you already know what you want.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
I
there's
don't order
definitely
parts for this car and be like, I wonder what I should get. No, I know exactly what I want and I order it. I don't need to like have like a fucked up discussion. I've already done my research. And those people drive me nuts because, like I said, I can go through all this technical stuff and run down all these strains, and then they're like, yeah, give me that. And it's like, we always knew you were going to get that. You already looked at our fucking weed maps and went through every fucking option we have. You know what it is. You know what you're looking for. You wanted this percentage with these terps. You just wanted to hear me say it on 45 different strains to go with the one that you already pre-chose. But yeah, those people exist.
And then they don't tip you.
dude, and I think they're worse for like as a girl. I think it's worse for us because they're like, there's some dudes that just aren't going to listen to shit. Actually, like
100%.
when we had guys
so
that worked there, I'd be like, if you'd like, I can go get one of my coworkers that I trained, and he'll come tell you the exact same thing that I just said.
Just because he has a wiener.
Yep. And it, like, if you'd rather hear it from a man, and they'll be like, yes, please.
Well, this guy that was being so rude, like some of the shit that he said, like was not correct, and I bit my tongue and did not correct him. So I am growing and maturing. I'm blooming, you guys, into a grown up. Better late than never.
Anything retail is going to have to deal with humans, and it's going to be.
Oh my
rough.
God, it was just so hard, and I felt like he was egging me on. You know,
And he was. All this
He
was for him to feel good about himself. It's
Oh,
really what. So almost everything humans do, that's what it is. Like when they're being mean to you, it's because they want to feel good about themselves or put themselves above you or walk out of there feeling like they did something.
Well, but and listen too, like the other thing is, like at that point, I had all the power to like replace his shit or not. You know what I mean? So like he had to be nice to me because I could tell him no in his mind, you know. But like he didn't have to be nice to anybody else at that point. Wow. So
he was
just
not.
people, you know?
He was not nice. He was the opposite of nice, and I felt like it was like Mortal Kombat, and he was like challenging me to a round, and I behaved myself, and Kate handled it like the boss lady that she is.
Me, when I did CPS, they called me the asshole whisperer because I would have like, oh, this is the dude that won't talk to anybody, you know?
Yeah.
I had one of my favorite assholes was like he was like an over the road truck driver, and he like picked up some lot lizard, and she like drove around with him for like 10 months, and then like left him with the baby that she had. Like it was his.
Oh no!
But he was like 60. He was trying to go like over the road and leave this like newborn with his like 90-year-old mom.
Oh God! Yep.
Over the road and through the woods. Maybe I should type in the group thing what we have off. We have 30% off.
Damn.
I'm just trying to think smarter, not harder. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. You guys should be proud of me.
I am.
We are.
Thank you. I'll only put the ones that like are on sale, like not just the ones that are select ones.
Felt like he kicked his leg out. Get it?
So what's up next for you guys? Nothing right now.
Florida for me.
When is shut up? When is Florida?
22nd of February.
What? Pre-spring break?
Yep. And then I think I gotta go back in March.
Really?
And then Texas in March, right? Is it March, Lippy?
Damn, Gina.
Texas.
My race
better have good luggage.
March 1st. Actually, it's the second weekend in March.
We're gonna be all over
doing
here
all
for a
kind-
second.
You're doing all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah. Tony McKenney.
So,
Let me make sure I got the right name down.
yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys this when you're out at Onondaga this year, so I can learn more about what you're doing.
Yeah, that's a fun little track.
But that's just the closest one to me. I mean, I'm willing to go to other ones.
Can we have like a PSEOP where we get to pour someone else's puddle for you?
What does that mean? Wait. What does that mean? I need to know.
The PYOP, pour your own puddle. Meaning you pour down your own stuff. They don't spray water.
But yeah,
down
okay,
there.
so they have to put sticky shit down on the track to make the tires not just spin out. So then they
on a prep race they do.
What's that?
Yeah, same shit, I guess.
Well, listen, I feel dumb for not knowing, but I'm not going to learn if I don't ask you guys.
Well, I didn't know what it was either, and I was like, "What the fuck is a pour your own puddle?"
My first race ever was PYOP. So Detroit Hood TV Mike was like one of the first people ever using the PYOP logo. And like my first no prep race was PYOP, and I had to ask, what does the PYOP mean? And they're like, you got to pour your own prep. And then I even had to ask, what do you mean? And they were like, you got to have like this Mac and this shit mixed up that you use for traction, like to get your tires warmed up and softened up and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, like they don't just spray water, because I'd always just ran.
I wouldn't have known. I don't even still don't know what you put down there.
Took a second to find out.
Molasses.
So I had to ask too.
I'll put syrups, sugars. We could bring some of our TheSeedcellar shirts and like throw them. Woo! Have a wet TheSeedcellar contest because they're white ones.
Cannons. I want to injure
not for me, cannons. For other contestants. Yeah, I want shirt cannons, or we could just like swing them and throw them.
What close range t-shirt cannon pass out?
What are those things called? Slingshots. We could slingshot them. I got some ideas.
Is a t-shirt cannon just a potato gun?
We could probably make one.
Yeah, I think I can make a t-shirt cannon.
Listen, we're coming to races.
We had one at War in the Woods, didn't we? It was sweet.
Yeah, somebody had one up there in the stand.
Can we borrow your t-shirt cannon? Or do you want us to make our own?
Well, it's Jamie's, but dude, I'm telling you, I don't know how much it was, but it was sweet. Like it'd be fun just to roll around one day and shoot people with t-shirts.
That's what I'm saying. Like a close range, you can have a free t-shirt, but you got.
I think we shot someone close range, didn't we?
Of course you did.
I'm pretty sure someone took one from like 10 feet, and it was kind of rugged.
I'm not trying to maim people. I'm just trying to have fun and hand out some shirts.
I don't know. I'm pretty
sure. Yeah, y'all should come to War in the Woods and throw out shirts and stuff.
Where's War in the Woods again and when?
Indiana.
Morgantown, Indiana.
It's May, end of May, 1st July, end of May, 1st of
September.
Morgantown.
Yeah, so last weekend of May, and which falls into June, I'm pretty sure. I
think it's 31st and 1st, and then September 1 is my birthday weekend.
It's
Yeah, which is what, the 19th?
Yeah, 19th weekend in September.
It's 4 hours and 14 minutes from where I'm at right now. That seems doable.
Yeah, it's only about
Ones are fucking expensive.
it's only about
What
15
is
and a half for me.
expensive?
T-shirt guns.
Shit. No, you're gonna make it. We're gonna DIY it. Remember?
Well, if you come to
Look at
War in
this-
the Woods, just
look at
bring
this
the
Gatling
t-shirts
gun.
and you can use the gun.
A
It's
Gatling
like,
gun?
it's not going to show up nice, but it's there's like a bunch of them. It's $4,000.
280
$4,000.
miles. 280 miles is from where I'm at to where that is.
Oh yeah, that ain't bad.
Well, you'll let me throw t-shirts around and maybe go for a ride, then I can do it. And I can bring some seeds to hand out. And I'll
There's
smoke a
videos
bunch
on
of
how to
weed.
make them. We can make one.
We can make buttons, and I can have
Button
some weed
cannon.
smoking. I can have some weed smoking contests with all y'all because I doubt anyone can smoke more than me.
We definitely try that out.
I was going to say,
I'm
you might
just
as well
saying.
just park it down at the end.
Yeah, you might as well just park next to Jasper's or come on stage with us when we're doing the live show because we'll be live on Thursday night out there on the table.
Well, if there's something Kate and I like to do, it's party.
That's me.
War in the
Party
Woods
is-
is good. We usually have like an Airbnb. We have all sorts of places to sleep too.
Okay.
The trailer has heat and air.
Brown County, Indiana. Yep. Or Nashville. It's about
Oh, Jamie said we could use his t-shirt gun. Ooh, 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 ooh. We have shirts to shoot at you.
We have shirts to shoot at you. We got shirts to shoot.
And then Kate has a sweet button maker. That's what I was going to say too. So we got 24 autoflower Leah strains, right? And she made the Bitsy graphics for all of them. So like Strawberry Cough has like a Strawberry Cough Bitsy. And Permanent Marker is like my favorite one. It's so fucking cute. But they all are like, you know, like you need to collect them all. They're like the Pokemon. You got to collect them all, and then you get to grow some weed.
See, there's like a thing in Pokemon where like an egg hatches, and it's like a little egg, and it says O with like a question mark. And I want to put like a little seed germinating with like a O.
You didn't want to roll more weed?
I want you to come roll some weed
Y'all
because
smoke
now I
powders
want to
and
smoke more and I don't want to
understand.
roll it. That's funny. You know that.
What?
You don't say.
Snacks then?
Yeah, you did. He's sleepy.
He's zoned out.
Snacks might motivate me to roll some more. Yeah.
Or we bored
You
him.
gotta let him warm up some, so roll one up. Just trying to.
All right, I got like nothing left on my fat boy blunt. and
I
need to go to
know.
bed.
I know,
too,
me too.
man. You
It's
got a long
11.
day on the bus tomorrow.
12 hours. Dun, dun, dun. But next Monday, I'll give you guys the fucking field trip recap.
It will be interesting.
I'm sure.
I mean, it's got to be, right?
Maybe.
I'm
I gotta
imagining so.
pack a
12
lunch.
hours.
Make sure you got enough.
I'm
You still have all your hair when you get back.
I'm so stressed out about it. I'm going to take a book for quiet time on the bus because you can't use your phone.
Just remember, it's the only time you'll get to do it with her. It'll be the only, you know.
I know. And you know, she's not, I don't even know why she wanted me to go. She don't want to hang out with me.
But it's cute
But
that
I'm a
you want me to go.
chaperone. I'm a chaperone, so I got to stay with my fucking group.
Take pictures of your kids in the morning. So if one of them goes missing, and you have to be like, I don't know what the fuck they were wearing.
That's true, because I will not remember.
Pro field trip chaperoning tip.
Pro tip.
Or if all annoying children look the same to you, and you're like, which ones am I supposed to look after?
It's true. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go to
Well,
bed.
it was nice catching up with you guys. Happy New Year. Happy New Moon.
Yes. Happy New Year.
It's Chinese New Year. Happy New Year.
Oh, y'all, thank all.
I'm excited.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she just said fuck off, guys.
She's
camera.
Oh, she didn't. No, she did. I thought she closed the screen. I was like, she's
Me
fucking
too.
just mic drop.
I was cracking up.
Dipped
No,
out.
I'm like quivery trying to use my touchpad. And I just turned my camera off. But I am gonna go so I can go to bed.
All right.
Good night.
Night, everybody.
Later.
Someone said you're a good-looking man, Jasper. Did you pay him to say that?
Yeah, he did. You know he did. That's one of his sponsors.
Oh, what's up, Rodney?
Rodney's happy to see you.
Hey.
Hey. Well, it was nice talking to you guys. Have a good night.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. See you tomorrow.
I'll talk to you later.
Later.
Okay, sounds good. Bye.
Ah, God dang! I thought we was on the table tonight. God dang! Oh shit, we're in.
Yeah, we were
number
rolling.
3. Hour number 3.
I'm not gonna lie, man. That was
it was a pretty good time. Yeah, it was good. Good. Wednesday night.
Yeah, the shakeup was a good one, man. It felt like it worked.
And Joey
like
came
too,
on
we
and knocked
probably
it out of
get
the park too. So
we get a better response when we have someone on and advertise them for a day.
yeah,
So everyone kind of knows. Joey was awesome too, man. That was really cool.
yeah.
That was really cool.
And we'll put it up again just in case. March 7th
Yeah.
and 8th, front side. I think we're going to scrape the track. We'll probably end up scraping the track this weekend. Or I might try to work on it. Scrape all that old rubber off that's been there for 3 years. Just no sense in it being up there.
I love it. I cannot wait. Yeah, Crystal killed it with the stories tonight, man.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wow, she fucking didn't let nothing. She didn't let nothing.
Well,
hang.
I mean, I thought maybe she'd give us a lame one or something, and then she dropped those hammers, and I was just like,
yeah, I was like, God dang. I was like, I was trying to get her. I was like, did you, however they do it. I don't know how did they decide? I don't know. I don't want to sound sexist or whatever, but how did they decide who's the guy in the relationship?
Well, since she was being catfished.
Well, I mean, in a regular relationship, I mean, if two girls, I mean.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when you first get, you and me are old and been with the same person for 89 years, so we don't understand any of this. But like, I imagine when you get with someone at first, maybe it doesn't just go crazy right off the bat. You're just kind of hanging with them and everything else. And I will say that some of them play the part pretty well, especially the girls looking like dudes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you don't have giant tits and you've got really short hair and you study it right and you talk a certain way, those ones are a little harder to pick out. They ain't got no bulge down there calling them out.
Well, apparently, remember she said that dude or that girl had a fake a prosthetic or whatever.
Yeah, no, that was like the banger of the story when she was like, yeah, but I felt it when we were making out. And he was like, yeah, but it was fake. Like that was killer. Like I said, that was a good story. I love when people are honest too. I can just tell it how it is.
People say, I don't know, maybe it's just me and I'm old school or whatever, but if it's a chick, if it's a girl, it's a girl. And no matter what they present, I mean, they're still, if they present themselves, unless you got fucking, a fucking cock between your legs and then you get to say, then I'll say he or him. But until then, you can act like you got a cock between your legs, and I'm not going to say he or him. It's still her. Or
yeah, I don't know. I don't even give a fuck. Like, whatever you want to claim to be, I will call you that. Just don't try to, like, if I screw up on accident or something.
Yeah, that's the problem with this world.
Don't fucking chastise me.
That's the problem.
Like, if you correct me nicely, I'll fucking call you fucking.
I mean, I ain't gonna call what you want me to call you.
McAwesomeville. Like, I don't care. I'll call you whatever you want, but just don't try to force anything on me and just don't act ridiculous. And I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you want. I mean, don't try to make my kids.
I get along with anybody, but
school and shit.
Don't fucking act stupid. Make love.
Kids can learn about it when they're older or when they choose to. They don't need to be forced on it.
Yeah, I just don't. Oh, you misgendered me. I'm sorry. Did I call you
Yeah.
sir?
Like,
It's me saying sir or ma'am is what I
well, I
usually
mean,
do.
almost
And
95% of stores I go into, they're like, "What's your name?" Jasper. Casper. I don't like turn around and throw a fucking fit. I ain't no fucking ghost. You fucking jackass. My name's Jasper. You heard me. You're trying to piss me off. Who the fuck would act like that? Like, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, you can write down either way. C, J, I don't really care. Like, one of them will work. As long as when I come back in for this part, you give it to me, we're good.
yeah. And you know that just like they say, you know, just like you said, kids, let them be kids first. Don't.
Yeah, like you
don't
shouldn't be
force them
talking
into
anything sexual with kids.
You know,
I mean,
you
other
should
than
teach
when
it
they
in
get
school
to
for
like
sure.
their teens and you got to have the sex talk with them. But either way, like you they don't need to know this. Like, you know, if they want to ask me about it because they saw one, let's talk. But like I said, like they don't need a program in school to teach about sexual orientation shit like that. Like, you just don't need that.
Yeah.
Teach them how to do their fucking taxes because no one taught us.
Yeah, that's
Like,
a fact.
teach something that fucking matters, dude. Like, come on.
Change subject here. I'd like to give a shout out to streetcar.life. As AJ, he sent me a shirt. I got it in the mail today. Appreciate it. We wearing it today, and he gave me a banner too.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Appreciate it.
That's way dope.
Y'all send me shit. I'll wear your shit. I ain't scared.
Dude, I want to give a shout out too, I guess, if you're gonna do that route. Detroit Battery is I was having them send me another battery. I want to run 2 just because it'll wing the car over way faster when you run 2 of them. Like we do in Jeff's. So in the process, though, he was like, send the other one back, and they're gonna wrap them all wood grain, so it looks like 2 wooden boxes. And then Nitrous Express is working on a wooden bottle. So that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, dude. I've been working so much, and Mark has got like next week off on a cruise, so I'm going to be working nonstop. I got to get my front end fitted. Hopefully, I think I'll try to go get my front end this weekend, get it up here, and we'll see if Bobby built. Oh, I'm always backwards. This is like a mirror. Screw it up.
Wrong way.
I need to just look down and not pay attention. But Bobby built. See if I can get him over here and we'll try to fit that front end. And if I can get it fitted, Tony's ready to go. So this is all on me right now of why it's not wrapped already. I do need to peel off some of the stickers because they're going to wrap it. And I got to get all the rubber off, which I've never cleaned. So you can imagine in 3 years, it's pretty bad. But I got to get all the rubber off real quick, get the parachute mount off, get some things out of their way, the quarter windows out of it, just so it's easier for them. And get that down there and get it wrapped.
Yeah.
And then we're going to redo the stickers that look like carvings and shit. Should be pretty cool. I did not sell the motor. I don't know if I'm selling it for sure or not. Fuck, I don't know. Part of me wants to go Coyote really bad. The other part of me has ran this for 3 years, and I know it really, 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 really well. It's really, really
I heard you can throw some coal to the Coyote motors.
You definitely can. I think the Coyote that Joe's wanting to do this deal with me on definitely can make more power than my motor.
Yeah.
And my motor can make 2,000. So
I'll haul my car up there to Joe and let him do whatever he wants to with it.
Yeah, it'll look fucking dope afterward. That boy puts some style on. Up at Bipolar, yeah. And they just kind of got like a deal where they're Ford Performance now shop. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to have a Ford motor back in a Ford too. Like my grandpa rolls in his grave every time he looks at that thing.
And you know, forever I've had my car forever. And I've always said, you know, I was never gonna crossbreed, blah blah. But then, you know, Fords back in the day, you know, I mean, Fords are still expensive.
Yeah, they used to be the most, well, I mean, minus a Hemi, but they were like expensive as hell.
But and then Coyotes, even when Coyotes first came out, that they were just so hard, and then the second gen came and third gen, and just like the LS stuff,
Yeah.
And now,
So the one Joe got for me, I guess, is, and I don't even know enough about Coyotes to know how cool this is, but I just know Joe knows the cool ones. It's it's like a whatever the good gen is, filled block, billet crank, billet rods, diamond pistons. It's got 5.2 heads on it or something, which I'm guessing is like a good head. I don't really know, but it sounds like a pretty gnarly combo. And like it would lighten my front end a ton. I'd probably lose 200 pounds off the front. And then, like I told you, I'd have to rebuild the turbo kit, so I'd build them at the back. And that would take some weight off the front too. So I probably should. Especially like with Jeff's car right now, where I have an opportunity to still race. So like if this was down for a little bit while we did all this, it's not like, I'd just watching or just going and hanging out. I'd still get to go race a car. So
now would be the perfect time to do it since it's wintertime.
It probably is. I probably should. Maybe I'll rip the motor out before I send it down there. We'll auction it off. I mean, my motor's sweet. Like I said, in one of the runs, we made 700 passes before even opening it up. And when we opened it up, none of the bearings were scorched. It still made 70 pounds of oil pressure at idle on a 90-degree day. Like after running it a few runs, like it is one hell of a motor. Like it has never fucked us over. And it's got a lot of shit like Frankenstein heads and bronze sleeved lifters. So I could put big block lifters in it with big push rods and 1/2-inch everything, stud wise, 6-bolt heads and billet crank, billet rods, diamond pistons. So I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to say. You could probably make about 400 more horse with the Coyote and then be in the same trouble zone as mine at 2,000. And I don't know. For backside, it's probably a better package, in my opinion. I wouldn't know without fully testing it, but my guess is that with it having so much less torque, you can leave, in my opinion, with the higher with the turbo. So like if my motor leaves on 7, I imagine the Coyote leaves on 10, maybe even 11. And turbos are happier the higher up you leave. Like they perform in a straighter curve and react quicker, so more consistent. So my guess is it's probably the better option. The bummer is like, I'd have to learn some shit.
Yeah.
All
right.
Rodney, I don't know if you have Facebook. If you do, private message me, or I think I'm LL Spool J on YouTube if you want to private message me on there or whatever. I'll give you a price. There's a couple options because like if I sell it this way, I could sell it a lot of ways because I'm going to need a converter. So I could sell it with the converter. I could sell it with the headers. It has Cook's headers. It doesn't have like the cheap Flotex. Not that anything's wrong with those. I ran those for a while. They worked great, but it has like really expensive Cook's headers with EGT valves, BTR intake. It'd be intake to pan, Frankenstein F-Series heads, like with everything you can do to them. Solid roller, big block lifters and shit. We freshened it, I think in like June last year, right after the first war in the woods. And once again, we freshened it and nothing looked bad.
You gonna put that?
I would just use my Power Glide because I'm broke, so like I couldn't switch.
You gonna go run that 10-speed?
I love more speeds. Like honestly, in a perfect world, in both cars, I'd run one of those Liberty 7-speeds that like shift by button or whatever, like Bill Lutz runs. Yeah, I believe you could just make the perfect power band with that many gear options. And then you could go places and decide, well, this surface is real bad and just leave in third gear. Or you could decide there's just, I don't know. That's what I would run, but they're $30,000. So That's pretty crazy for a transmission. But I'll tell you what, someone's going to start doing that on like someone like Ryan Mitchell or Joey is going to put one of those in. And when they get enough passes on it, it's going to be like something everyone's going to have to do after that.
Yeah. Oh. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. Good luck to everyone at Sick Week.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll either see you Monday, or I'll see you Monday if Jasper's busy, or maybe we might do Wednesday. I don't know yet. Just depends on.
I'll be ready to go.
I got to see how next week's going to go for me because we're getting busy on my end and stuff. So, but if I'll be doing anything, I might be doing it from out there. So I can.
We might come on Friday.
I might come on. I could do that. I might bring my stuff with me, and I could do everything out there.
That'd be cool.
All right, I also got my phone too, so we could do it both ways. Both ways.
Dude, this is a game.
All right, y'all.
All right, everyone.
Later.